classy motherfucker.
So yeah, for sure. So
hey, drink out of a bottle, son.
What's that?
Drink out of a bottle.
So it ends like all street races. The guy who lost claims the other guy jumped, as if they, So because he's disputing it, like no one wins anything. Everyone just gets their money back because he disputes it. This is the best thing about street racing. You lose, you fucking jumped. You jumped.
There's footage showing that. I don't care. He jumped.
They play back. The guy's reaction time in the 9/11 was like robotic.
Yeah.
It was like flashlight, boom, like gone, like just totally gone.
Good evening, Pete from Ransom Garage. Diesel Dave, what up, boy? Pete, I'm not happy with those links you sent me. It's a very dangerous place to be, that Yahoo Auctions Japan. I believe they call you an enabler in certain circles. Well, there we go.
Freaking breaking it out.
Yeah.
Some mezcal?
Yeah.
What up, everybody? Starting a little later today because there's snow and we didn't want to miss the terrible drive home.
Proper planning. We got waters.
I got water. What you got over there? That looks like that.
Borrega.
Poison water.
Buzal,
Mezcal.
mezcal.
And then Borrega translates to lamb.
I think I'm going to do a live pour.
Live pour.
And then that underneath is sacrifice.
Diesel Dave, I love my U.S. General toolbox.
That's the level that we need.
That's
to
what
be
it
at.
does.
I know.
Lamb
That's
sacrifice. So
I'm not a professional mechanic. If I had to like climb on the drawers of my toolbox to access something, maybe I wouldn't have done the U.S. General. But for an absolute shitload of space, a beefy unit, I like it a lot, man.
we were just looking at them earlier.
Yeah, we were just checking them out.
They're worth the money, man. They're still cheaper than everybody else.
No, they're more expensive now. They're a bunch more expensive.
There was
Really?
one there for $1,200.
The Icon one?
So the same size Icon one, the U.S. General one.
Icon's wicked expensive. The U.S. General's...
U.S. General one, the same size you get a Craftsman one for like $140 cheaper. Exact same toolbox.
Yeah, but you're talking coupons or no coupons?
No, you're talking just straight.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, you never buy anything from...
Well, you get
coupon.
$450 is the cheapest you can possibly get it from Harbor Freight.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Oh, you're talking with coupon.
Yeah, and then the one like the Craftsman one, it's $390.
There's a Craftsman as beefy as the General?
Exact same toolbox.
Oh, shit.
Literally, like, if you look up, like, they're all, like, the Husky one, the Craftsman one, the U.S. General one, and there's another brand. They're literally the exact same toolbox, just with a different badge popped on the front.
Nice. Well, if it's the same, I'd buy the Craftsman one because the box is great. I told you.
Yeah, they're just so nice.
You guys should start earlier. Yeah, Tanya, that is my fault. I'm sorry. I wouldn't blame it on Josh. I would blame it on Jingles the Clown. But
we'll be fine.
I'm man enough to take
the hit. I'll be lucky. I'll be surprised if there's even snow by the time we finish.
Diesel Dave, I was very surprised how awesome it was for the price. It was interesting to get it off my K truck because I put it on with the forklift, and I don't have a forklift at home yet.
What was
the
toolbox? Oh, the toolbox. Okay. Okay. I didn't know you bought one recently. I didn't know where that was.
I bought it a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you bought it, it was like the best possible buy. There was like no better buy for a toolbox when he bought it, and then shortly after they bumped the price on it because I think they saw like, oh, people are buying so many of them, like fuck it, and that's the only place you can get a funky colored one. Like you can get, you can't get the white one.
I should have gone funkier.
I was just showing Josh. I was like, "Fuck! If I get the white one, it'd be so sweet."
The white, they limit the size though. You can only get that in like the medium one.
Yeah, like the little 20-something inch guy.
What do I have? A 55?
You got a 40-something, a 42.
No,
56 is a big guy.
No, I got a 56. I think.
You sure? It's big.
Yeah, but that counter is 8 feet wide. I think it's a 56. I think it's the 50-something. Because I was looking at the 71.
Because I was looking at the
70 was too big.
The 40-something inch, 42 or 44, whatever it is, and like that was like the right size of what I was looking for.
I can tell you which one I have. Let me pop these babies up here.
You got a price? I got them. There's 30-inch.
I'm just trying to see which one I have. I can tell by the look. I can tell by the pixels.
The amount of drawers.
Yeah, well, because the one has wider drawers or something. I wanted their tool cart, but
Because the 50 somethings are like, that's a big fucking toolbox.
yeah, no, I have a 56.
Yeah, that's a huge toolbox. So
yeah,
that
it like almost took. I mean, I think I could have got the bigger one in the back of the K, maybe. Yeah, it's $780 with no coupon. So what do you say you can get them for?
So I was talking the 40 something.
Oh, okay.
Totally different. Because
But it's
that's
still, I think I paid like $500 maybe.
if you can score.
Yeah, the 72. Oof.
Yeah,
That's something a king deserves. You know?
that's one of the ones you get and you start putting your like a clothes in it because you just like don't have enough tools
Well,
to
the
fill it
fucked
up.
up thing is I have this, and then I have another like 30-inch right by it.
Yeah.
So I could have done it, but this plus a 30 kind of fills out the space better. And when my welder, if it ever gets fixed, it pop right in there. Oops. Yeah, so I have the 55. Base VR, what up?
What up?
72 is 1K, though, from Harbor Freight.
I think I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
Yeah, but you got to get a coupon. You know who's... A Ransom Garage always gets me coupons, man.
Yeah, you can get them online for sure. The problem is that a lot of them, if you read it, it excludes the toolbox.
Mm.
And it excludes the toolbox because they always put the toolbox on like a bullshit 10% off sale, and then the coupon can't be used
With
in
other
conjunction with that. So like, you get a 10% off coupon, or the toolbox is always 10% off. So it's like, fuck. Just let me have both.
Yeah, you gotta get every now and then they'll fuck up and let them all go on sale. Because I got mine on sale for sure.
Well, what you can do is sometimes you can get a 25% off. That's good for like 3 months, and then toolbox will go off sale, and you get 25% off at full price. It's
Right, so that's saving a bunch.
Yeah, that's
more.
a big one. That's a big bunch.
Well, those things are paradise.
Yeah, definitely
Jared Landry.
a must need.
What up?
Or must have.
Those are nice, man. I don't know. And the Icon ones must be unbelievable for the price of those things.
I was showing Josh that stuff. Apparently, they're supposed to be comparable to like Snap-on products, but like I don't know how to compare tools. Like I don't. What the fuck do I know?
Half the price, which is still quadruple anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been working on cars with my Craftsman tools for too long to like need anything better, I guess.
I've got such a quasi collection of just tools from everywhere. I've got Husky. I've got Gear Wrench. I've got Craftsman. I've got Harbor Freight junk. I've got Snap-on bits that I've just like bought like one piece here or there just because I can flex. Like I don't, it's just like the most random collection of tools.
I have mostly Craftsman and some Gear Wrench wrenches, and I have one Snap-on extension.
Who did you steal it from?
No, I bought it.
Oh, you really?
The Snap-on guy came to the shop one day. I was there. I was in the truck too long. I was like, I gotta buy something.
The Snap-on truck shows up here all the time.
I know it's not good.
I was here once when it showed up, and I was like, ooh.
You don't want to be here.
No.
Guys are
That's
criminals.
tough. Mac tools too. Mac tools is supposed
Mac's
to be good.
here's a lot. Kyle uses Mac a
Yeah.
lot. Return of the Mac.
Ready to roll?
What a good
Actually,
song.
that's actually what it was about. I heard that today. I was listening to the Sirius XM.
Serious?
My wife being the last
Sirius.
subscriber, the last paying subscriber of that service.
Serious.
Her
No.
and Stairs.
I was going to say her and Stairs just so you could listen to Stern.
Yeah, actually, Stairs has a better reason.
Seems like a lot of work.
You know, you going up to the undisclosed place I'm going to, and you get some time, you may as well listen to some random bullshit.
Right. If you're not listening to a podcast on the Revival Motoring
Oh,
Network.
I breezed right through our podcast last week because it was special for me. Are we going to rebook our guest again?
Yes.
I feel so bad, man. Talk about bad timing.
He felt bad too.
He shouldn't feel bad. It would have been suicide to come down
That's
here.
what I'm just like, he was debating him like, look, man.
Do not. Yeah. He has something for me that I really want. Namely tracks for my side-by-side.
Oh,
I was
I
going
didn't
to
know
drop off
yeah.
tonight. And I was just like, it'd be sweet to have him, but like, I'm not going to be the mountain bike tomorrow anyway.
Right.
Anybody has anti-rotation mounts for some matte tracks for a Polaris side-by-side.
There's a need.
I need some. I pay top dollar, but I won't pay the $800 that the company wants. Should I try to Chuck System, a brand new car for the wife? Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
I Chuck Systemed X3M for myself the other day. I should probably say that for the podcast, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't even really Chuck System. It was just like, I know this guy. You know what I'm willing to pay. Can you make it happen? And he can, but I don't. We'll get into it. Let me put that on my notes. Because it's the ongoing saga of my fucking stupid buying a new car for myself.
Continues.
Yeah. Ongoing saga.
It develops. Yeah. We'll
Bungalow
get
Bill.
into it. feel like I'm forgetting something. But I think we're okay.
Sup, being flat? You getting snow out there? I spell everything wrong. I know I'm spelling it wrong, just fucking hammer it through. And spell check's like, dude, I have no idea what you mean. Like, don't worry, spell check. I know what I mean.
I had a call back.
I hope you have more than one, buddy, because we got a light news week.
Yeah.
We lost a guest. Not lost. He's fine. We just didn't. It would just be a very bad idea for him to come down here.
No longer with us.
No, the guest was you, Tony. Why are you here? Trying to get her in X5 or Q5. She needs goddamn SUV. Are you local to us, Mr. VR? Because I got a guy if you're actually trying to get a BMW. Who you won't really have to fuck around that much with. Stairs, holla. We just talking about Sirius XM. Miss you. It's raining freedom down here. God bless, man. It's certainly not raining any of that shit up here.
Nope. We ready to roll.
Homeboy was supposed to bring me some goddamn tracks, buddy. Tonga, you want to help me make some anti-rotation tracks? Mounts, because those guys want an insane amount of money for the kit. Like, seriously, they want $800.
Here, we'll show you a picture of it. If you get it close, it's good enough.
Tonga, no, you can just come out to the house, man. We'll slap those babies out. My welder doesn't work, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Couple sticks, light a fire.
Oh, you're in the new Bedford, kid? In the beige, kid? Kid, I got a guy for you if you want an X5. Just hit me up on Instagram. I'll put in a reference for you because he was just trying to sell me something. I'll talk about it a little later.
Yeah, he's not too far from me. He heard the gunshots too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bat.
Brat, brat.
I mean, you got to stop shooting people in your front yard, man. Got the listeners complaining about it. Jesus.
I think we're ready to roll.
Let's party.
Might as well kick it off.
Kick it.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Hoop and Corey.si.
Hello.
On this week's episode, we're going to talk about the thing I seem to hate most, winter.
Same.
I can't wait to talk about this with you fucking losers. Hate winter?
Be gone, winter.
There's no place for it. I'm not even going to get into it right now. I have a place for it, and it's not nice. Before we get rolling, this episode is brought to you by
Manscaped. Hey, fellas, remember the good old days? You get your shit lined up with hot foam and a razor. Maybe at the end, slide your mans at 20 and line up your junk? No, that was only me. I'm the one that happened to. That's weird. Anyways, Manscaped can get you that super close barbershop finish that just wasn't possible at home until now. Shit, I remember in the DIY days with the straight razor, nicking, cutting like a second-rate rabbi. Only way to make it happen back in the day would be have a third arm, and that's exactly what Manscaped is. A third arm to help you with your third leg. Also, did I mention Manscaped is the #1 way to add perceived lengths? Dudes, we all know it's a look that counts. When you have that special person over, you hide all the rulers or yardsticks. As we know, perception is reality. If you dream it, it'll happen. Stop fucking around with your nose hair trimmer, straight razor, mom's beard trimmer, etc., and get the professional tools for that crispy downstairs look with Manscaped. And it's the perfect time for the perfect package, 3.0.
3.0.
The mower.
Available now.
Did anyone use the nose trimmer they sent us?
I used it for my ears.
Use it for you hear ears?
Feels good, yeah.
You hear ears? Jesus.
Yeah,
man.
I'm 37 now. Things are going to start happening. At one point, I'm sure I'm just going to fall asleep during the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saving it for when I get hair in special places.
Yeah.
I just don't have anything to trim. I have a shitty mustache. And
Same. I'm letting it rip.
Crazy beard, but I just don't have any nose hair, ear hair
I have a snow day tomorrow, so I might do a full day of grooming, you know?
Yeah, man.
A full day. I'll start from toes to my tip of my head.
Yeah, I
Do
mean,
everything in between.
there's got to be something I got to shave in
Yeah.
a hole.
I'm sure we can find
It's
something.
gonna be an orifice that needs shaving.
There's
I can think of one or two.
Yeah,
you use
there's
the
a couple.
little nose trimmer. You shove it up your ass.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
let
was
it run
thinking.
around like a Roomba.
Yeah, but only up to the power button, correct?
Yeah.
Right, or
You
else
got to be able to turn it off.
Yeah, you don't want to plunge that hard.
Yeah,
Uh,
something else.
That's
I
called
mean, maybe you
revival.
do.
I was going to say, if you are interested in some grooming, perhaps for your ears, nose,
Buy the undies.
butthole,
Wife.
anything, visit manscaped.com. Use code REVIVAL. That's REVIVAL at checkout for 20% off and free shipping.
I tried to sign another athlete to Manscaped today. He's in. I'm just gonna make sure it's okay with Manscaped.
I actually tried the code the other day just to make sure. I'm like, let me make sure this is going to work
Let
properly.
me pump our numbers up a
Because
little
I
bit.
was curious because you already get some off on certain things if you visit their website.
Yeah.
But if you do put in the code, you get another 20% off.
Oh,
So I'm like,
shit.
Okay, that works.
Oh, so you can stack discounts.
So there's a discount already applied on something.
For sure,
I forgot what
yeah.
the hell I looked at. I think it was the perfect package.
Yeah.
And it starts at like, normally it says like $139.99.
Yeah.
But then it was slashed and it said like $109.99. And then I put the code in and changed it to $87. I was like, oh shit, okay. All right,
so
that
you're
makes sense
almost
then.
like you're almost $50 off at that point.
Yeah, but isn't it
stacking
basically
them
giving
up.
you the thing for free just from your boys here at Revival?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean honestly, if
That-
I was gonna buy after using the one they sent us, let's see, for free, but using it, I'd be like, shit, I'd buy this for someone. If someone was like, I'm looking for a ball trimmer, Corey, where am I looking to buy?
Exactly.
Manscaped.
No, often I'll be at work and someone asks me they're looking for a ball trimmer for
Yeah.
a special
Often
someone.
They come a little one-on-one meeting with you.
And I'm like,
Right.
well, I'm glad you came to me. I'm glad I put it out there that I'm the guy to speak to about this. This is what you want, Manscaped. Code Revival gets you 20% off.
You know
Yeah.
what they say? They wear it on your
Free
sleeve.
shipping. Yeah, I mean, I just wear it on my sleeve, man. So,
I shave a little patch on my arm so they know.
yep.
You know, it's funny. I probably shouldn't even say this. My wife's probably going to laugh. On my chest and stomach, I have a very large anchor tattoo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, just.
I didn't know you had tattoos.
Yeah. Only this one. It's
Look at this
the
one
opposite of
tattoo.
a tramp stamp. And for whatever reason, I was in the shower, and I got the urge to trim it
You're going to let it fly?
with my Manscaped.
Did you just
trimmer.
trace out the anchor?
So
with
I
the-
just trimmed, or not trimmed.
Get the
but
fuck outta here.
I just etched the anchor in my chest and stomach. It was fucking, it was brilliant. It worked out
Dude,
perfect.
show it to the camera.
Yeah,
Why did
yeah. Belly's out, boys.
If you're listening,
No,
no,
this
it's
is-
amazing.
No, this is like a month and a half ago.
Oh,
I think,
okay.
something like that. So
It's no anchor
it's nearly
anymore?
grown back.
You're all
And
fuzzy
it's-
now.
It's twice the size now. But no, it worked out. Speaking of lineup, you can pretty much line anything
Had a nice
up.
feature on the anchor.
How was the
Yeah.
light?
The light's
Oh, the
great.
light must have been
The light's
magical.
Oh, the light's unbelievable.
Especially with the
Yeah.
high contrast anchor, dude.
Yeah.
I lost
Yeah.
power at the house the other day. I just went running
Who's
around
that?
with the buzzer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I trim, actually, when I lose power.
It's ideal.
I mean, it's the best time. Look at that.
ideal scenario.
Dude, it's unbelievable. Dude, who needs a flashlight? This is like a 2-in-1. Remember when your phone became like your calculator, your flashlight, your camera? I'm not saying that's what your Manscaped pube trimmer is going to become, but it's getting there.
But it's close.
They put a voice memo shed up on that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
If
That's when I
there's-
have my best prophecies.
if they somehow incorporate a tire inflator to that thing, it's never.
Oh
gonna
my
leave, it's
god!
never
Yeah,
gonna leave
put
my
an
pocket.
18 volt in that thing.
Never gonna leave my pocket.
Is there a Makita hookup?
Being flat, pics or BS. Sure. That's visit our OnlyFans,
Yep.
Revival Motoring, and we can hook you up with some anchor pics.
Yeah.
Um,
Take money to the Patreon. I'll send you a personal shot.
Exactly. All right. Never mind. This episode is also brought to you by Revival Motoring. Visit revivalmotoring.com. We have a new classified section up there. Matter of fact, we got to get into that a little bit. I didn't put that in my notes, but I'm going to remember it now because there's a couple of cool things up there.
I'm going to open it up now.
So visit the classifieds. There's a couple of cool things up there. If you have something you want to post, just go to the checkout and buy an ad space, buy an ad listing. It's rather easy to do. Just need some pertinent information. And hopefully it...
Is that social security number? Birth
yeah,
certificate?
Last, 5 emails, blood type, first of kin, things of that nature. But basically, we are doing this to help, kind of
DOS community.
mitigate the problems and annoyance that other, for instance, social media platforms do when you're trying to sell or purchase stuff. So that's our effort with this. So visit revivalmotoring.com. Go check out our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe. And then another update, new calendars will be dropping Friday for sale. So for sale on Friday and probably shipping Tuesday-ish, Wednesday-ish of next week. So that's coming.
I've been talking to the boys
Yep.
at Revival.
Yep.
We had a lot of guys in on the death row holiday photo.
it's like
I just need to push out a little further.
so like
I gotta hit Savers. I gotta get a.
Aren't you a
Sick
photographer? Can you not do this for us?
Oh yeah, no. I'm just thinking like death row. What year? Like 90s?
It's
I know exactly what photo he's talking about.
How many people?
on the extended death row. There's just a bunch of terrible ones.
Because people remake them all the time.
I know, and it would just be
Okay.
so funny because I could then animate it if I had the picture. It's where we're basically all turtleneck and chains.
Right. Yeah, just like the one
Backlit.
Robin Big created.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then we could animate it and we could turn it into an air freshener.
Oh, I don't know if anybody would want
With all of us. I mean, with everybody.
Yeah, maybe that would work.
Have Ryan in there, stairs.
Yeah.
We could incorporate a bad photo of young Ben.
Yep. Just a cake. We'll just put a cake there in place of his face. That's it for our ad reads. Let me hit this button.
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
Callbacks.
Callbacks. Hell's Yes, also known as Hazel Eyes. He reached out to me.
That song. It's a goodie.
He had a line on a free 98 Boxster. Took it, and we were talking about it, how great they are. You know what? 98 Boxsters, early Boxsters, are incredibly cheap for incredible cars. They're a lot of fun to drive. They sound good above 5,500 RPM.
Yep.
Is it the best value out there? They are silly cheap.
How cheap is cheap? Because I do think they're a great value.
They were like well under $10,000 last time I looked at them.
What's
Like 5,500 I saw some for.
what's like repair costs or maintenance costs on something like that? Are you still getting incorporated with the P car tax?
I'm thinking
out
of
of Boxster?
just running and gunning. You drive it till it explodes.
But like you could spend less on other cars and drive them longer, probably.
Yeah, but it's not a Porsche. Let me tell you a little story. I'm a guy that has a lot of crazy cars that I get a lot of bro love for, you know? Dick magnets, if you will.
Yep.
So I've been driving around forever, and then the one day I drive my dad's white Boxster, I get stuck in traffic, and literally had one car full of women shout at me, "Nice car," and then another
Nice
car
car.
full of women give me a thumbs up, and I was just like, I can't believe this,
Yeah.
because this car,
The opposite
Basically
sex
sucks.
finally likes me.
yeah. So not only is the car okay to drive, but the ladies love it. You think driving around in a purple Skyline is going to get you the ladies? You're wrong.
No.
You want a lot of friends that are men.
I mean,
that's a car you want.
We got a 1999 here for sale with
Yep.
40,000 miles on it.
Yep.
16.5.
16.5's heavy.
It's heavy.
That's more than I
But
expected.
That's heavy.
that's probably
Maybe-
one of the most
maybe it's
pristine.
going up.
I bet that's one of the most pristine.
Does that
ones.
have a hard top?
No.
Okay.
Hazel
So
Eyes
is that a
picked up one
yellow-
for free,
I mean, for free, you can't argue it for free.
Oh
and
yeah.
he's putting an exhaust on it. He's getting into it, man. He's going to track it with the old man, which is a great thing to do with your
Oh,
old man.
fuck yeah.
Yeah,
40. There's some like $4,800.
I mean, $4,800, $5,000, $6,000. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. It's definitely a good buy at that. I just wonder, like, I don't think they would get wrapped up into that P car tax.
We should ask Strobel what it costs to maintain those things. You could do some timing on it or
Another
something. I don't know.
98 right here. Oh wow, yeah. I mean, depends on mileage, but a 98 here for 14,000. That's got only 28,000 miles on it. Another 98 here with 62,000 miles for 13.
They're way more expensive than I recall.
12,000. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
They're going up in price, boys. Cancel that.
20,000.
Unless you can buy them like a private sale.
Pull your
for a
money
lot
out of the
cheaper.
market.
The cheapest one is 10 grand.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Anyways.
wait, no, I'm sorry. 9 grand. 86,000 mile. 1998 Boxster.
There we go. Go there swinging.
Meanwhile, what in the fuck? 1998 Porsche Boxster, 140,000 miles. This person has it listed for $26,000.
It's a Porsche. Ladies love it.
Yeah.
I believe that says it in the description.
Yeah, he's thinking he's got a 964 RS. That's what he thinks he has there.
I think they get time and chains too, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think, like you said, like for the $5 or $6 grand, even free for sure.
Oh, freeze! I mean, freeze
it's
the
a
price.
solid buy.
I know my old man has one, and like he was like, I would trade it in. They want to give me $5,000 for it. It's like a '97 or whatever the first year was with
Yep.
30,000 miles on it, and it's mint. And it's like, well, just keep it.
Yeah, I mean, $5 grand is a keep it.
Yeah, that's 100% keep it. That was a Porsche.
I would agree with that for sure.
Another quick callback.
Yeah,
This one is going to involve a bit of
this one is for my ladies.
show and tell.
Uh
Well, not
oh.
really show and tell, but if
Oh,
you had listened to Topics Under the Stairs podcast,
Yes, sir.
they had Jake on
Jake.
from Tallulah's. We
Rojas.
might have mentioned him a time or two before,
Mm-hmm.
but he was nice enough to not only grace us with his presence, but he graced us with a bottle of Bozal Mezcal.
Oh, very nice pronunciation.
My understanding is this is made with a sacrificial lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the second distillation of that is being poured through a lamb carcass.
Sacrificial Lamb, was that not a Metallica track?
Let me get it better. There
Oh,
that was
good.
That's proper. So I'm just gonna have a bit of a sip because after listening to that podcast, I was very intrigued and I wanted to try this.
That sounds Josh pulling his butt plug out actually to get ready for this.
No, that was the ear trimmer coming out of my
Yeah.
anus.
And that is in a handmade clay bottle that I guess they're all made in as well because each one is unique and different.
I mean, it's got a
Very
scent to
nice
it.
bottle.
Yeah, let's put it right up here.
Put
front.
hands on that. Right near Rhode Island's worst driver. How smooth is that? Wow. Yeah, she hits.
She hits.
Is it smoky?
That's insanely. It's like liquid barbecue.
Liquid lamb?
It's like a liquid barbecue lamb.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy.
I am not a drinker, but like I think most of it smells like rubbing alcohol. However, that you can kind of get, you know, people are like, oh, let's smell this. This smells like blueberries. I'm like, no, it doesn't. But you smell that and you're like, okay, I get like a scent of non-alcohol to this here.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Yeah.
Jack White is
Definitely,
wondering if you feel like you need a little mint sauce now.
I don't know what mint sauce is.
That's what you put on lamb.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I meant
I see what
Sure.
you did
Yeah.
there.
I meant julep drink.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Pour one in solidarity. There we go, Garrett.
We did spill some on the table and it like took some of the varnish
some
off the
of the-
table.
Yeah,
Some
that'll
shine
do
off.
it, dude. I mean, this is a solid table.
It's
American made.
best in the business.
Best
I have
table I
another-
ever saw it.
I
Tell you what, it
have-
looks great in all photos though.
No, it works really well for us.
Yeah.
You can't see the cracks from the,
Yeah, the cracks
camera.
might have to be filled. We'll have to, really get in there and
Fill
take
in
care
the
of those
cracks.
someday. But it's a great table for what it is, and it was, free. You just had to buy this building.
Yeah, free with $1 million purchase. Jesus.
We got a few tables for that.
Yeah,
Hey, I got this
great-
table. I got this free building.
very expensive table.
Very, very expensive, but the
But-
building's very nice.
Came with this property.
Yeah, it came with the packaging.
I have another callback. I really apologize. I forgot
Oh, wow.
the Instagram message. I forgot to put your name down.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I'd have an easier time finding.
Instagram messages, there's just no good way to do anything with them.
No, there really
as far as
isn't.
I can
Short of
tell.
taking a screenshot, which I was trying to clean my phone and Dropbox file, and it just turned into a fucking disaster. So I apologize. I'm sorry that I forgot your Instagram name, but he sent us a message because he has a couple dogs. And the reason I say that, he has a couple dogs because he was so impressed, or not impressed, but I believe he and his wife were ecstatic at our new vlog that we put out, episode number 2 with the power steering and kielbasa title.
Yes.
Wait, he has a couple dogs?
He has 2 dogs, 2
Hot
wiener
dogs?
dogs. One named kielbasa and the other named bratwurst.
Oh,
So
Solid.
they were rather excited when they seen the title of the video, so it was pretty funny. So
that's a
shouts
big
to you.
shout. We did put out a new video, which I guess we should mention now.
Yeah, we can mention that now.
That involves us replacing a power steering hose
Yep. Didn't spend much time on that.
and cooking, bullshitting, and cooking and eating
was
kielbasa. Actually, just
mainly-
cooking kielbasa.
Mainly just to, kind of a bullshitting, not very informative, but we covered some stuff, showed the underside of your car, and then got into some meat links.
I think we should meat logs. I think we should make notation that Noah's the best, and he's just super camera shy, which is absolutely fucking hilarious.
He seemed way more susceptible to being on camera than I anticipated.
He would literally say the funniest shit.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the camera comes up, like, well, I guess
We gotta bring that up now. Now's a good
very
time
good,
after
very good point.
yeah, it was hilarious. Noah's the god. We'll get more. We're gonna break him into the camera feels.
Yep.
But yeah, we did throw some kielbasa, and everybody knows you can't pull those babies off till the squirting. And I think we get some
I think we
pretty
covered
good
that.
footage to
Yeah.
prove that.
Shot in 60 frames per second, nice little slow mo. But yeah, my approach to the camera thing is just dive in,
Just
and
camera.
put it in front
camera.
of somebody's face until they say no. It hasn't got
People
us
are
in
gonna
trouble
get used
yet,
to it, you know.
Right. It's like I told my wife, it's a lifestyle now. This is
Yeah.
it. This is it.
Maybe this is us.
This is me.
Because I forgot what I did. I walked.
Look at me.
I was walking up the stairs, and as soon as I opened the door, I turned the camera on and hit record. And I was just I just immediately put it into my wife's face, and it was recording her and my daughter. And I'm just like, this is it.
Kick the bathroom
This is
door
what we do
open.
now.
I said this is how we live.
It's a lifestyle now. But no, shouts to my wife. So
Big shouts.
we have another thing that we wanted to bring up. We wanted to bring it up last week, but got completely sidetracked. There's been a great loss in the car community, and that is by a gentleman who's been around the world and back.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
He's been photographed with many different cars, many different people. He's been photographed with women.
Could be the most photographed four-legged animal out there.
Yeah, I think so. And that is Mr. Frankie Taylor. He unfortunately went to greener pastures, as they say.
Doggy heaven.
So huge shouts to our friend Anna and our friend Paul. R.I.P. Frankie.
Frankie, you would see him on endless amounts of merchandise, car photos. I mean, he was just everywhere.
The More Than More stuff. He's been in PVW a handful of times.
Yeah, he's been PVW probably. He probably holds a record, to be honest, of like most appearances.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just anywhere you went at a car show, pretty much anywhere, any big car shows, you saw this dog roaming around doing him.
Yep.
He's a local celebrity. This
Man
guy.
of the people.
Tough to see.
Certainly a man of the people.
Man of the people.
If he put in a vlog, man, he could be living off that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be
That's
Jake,
how famous this guy was.
If you threw a GoPro on this dude's back, it'd be
Game over.
the most gold footage ever.
Oh my god. It'd be incredible.
Yeah.
Be
So-
incredible.
Shout out to Frankie. You'll be
Yep.
missed.
Beers in
Yes.
heaven.
Bears in heaven?
Beers in heaven.
Oh, some beers in heaven for him.
Pour him out. What else? Any other callbacks?
Oh yeah. Shout to Dan and Kev at Benchworks for moving the bench walk, aka the E30 with the SR20, to Revival Motoring headquarters and beautifully parking it in a field attached to a tree in the back of the building.
I've yet to check it out.
It's beautiful. It's ready to go. We're going to take some glamour shots of it.
So that's what I was.
Put her
what I wanted
online.
to do is snag a few good pictures.
Come on down here before she goes up. Make an offer. No offer will be refused.
Come on down here in the next half hour so you can actually see it before the snow
Yeah,
covers
once it
until
gets
spring.
snowed in, we'll see it in the spring.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think that's where everything's going to get plowed to.
Yeah, for sure.
oh my god.
Good shout. Yeah, that's why I was just put it back there, you know. Well, big shout out to the boys. Thanks for making that happen. Daddy's gonna buy you lunch or something. We'll figure something out.
Big shout to the Myra
Yes.
for holding 4 tires, 4 wheels and tires.
Yeah, that was interesting. You know, the Mira has.
Mira, I keep fucking it up.
It doesn't matter, man. I don't know if I'm saying it right, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's
Daihatsu. I know
Mura.
It's
It's a D
Mira.
car.
Mira.
I'm a D car guy.
So
Gotta give him
pronounce
the
it,
D.
pronounce it with the Y.
Mira. Mira.
Even though it's spelled with an I, pronounce it with a Y. Myra.
Myra.
Mura.
Mura. M-U-I-R-A.
M-U-R-A. Spelled with an I, sounds like a Y, but spell it in my mind.
Pronounce it like a
spelled with
Lamborghini.
U.
No, like a mirror.
Mirror.
That's how
Mirror.
that's what you
Mirror.
say it here
That's
in Rhode Island.
Done. Mirror.
So it it was shocked me because I brought those wheels here with smaller tires on my M5 and I had to put 2 of them in my Thule rack. And then I went to pick it up and I was like, well, we're going to see if this works. And it held 4 wheels and tires, 17s for my 3 Series. And it didn't blow out the glass, which I thought it did at one point because it made a snap sound. And I was like, oh, please don't be the glass. but it was not. Also, shouts to Kyle. He's been fixing the stereo on that thing. It didn't come with rear speakers, so now it's got rear speakers. Kyle definitely opened the door and was like, "Yeah, it's 6.5, buddy. We'll get you 6.5." And then I came to pick up the car. And it's like, "Yep, it was 5.25, but it's 6.5 now." So, yeah, that thing fucking bumps. My kids know all about the bump now.
Yep.
It's astonishing.
Are they also all dressing in?
Yeah, we have
Adidas
matching outfits.
jumpsuits?
We have matching outfits. But yeah, the mirrors, the Boss, I very much enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. It's like parked very sillily in my garage, like backed in front of everything right now. I'm hoping, I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe just pour 15 in the whole bottom of the thing and driving in the winter, but I like it too much. I should be more afraid of getting hit by somebody in it because that's not a good call. And that's the best time to get hit by somebody is in the winter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, big shout out to Kyle for knocking that out. You need some audio done. You call Katie Designs Rhode Island, get that done. Anything, honestly.
Shouts to Kyle for hanging out last night so I could photograph his Mark IV so I could finish the calendar.
Oh, Kyle's the best. That's also shouts to Kyle because we're going to start entering the competition stereo circuit with the Mira. So everyone's on notice.
What month is he going to be?
December.
He's December?
Oh, Santa Kyle.
Does it have something to do with the color of the car or?
Have something to do with the suit
there's
he's
a
wearing?
suit in the back.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you can see. And I wanted to do more Christmassy stuff anyway.
Yeah.
But I think it just works good for December.
Okay.
Subtle, but nice.
Yeah.
Also have call back to last episode. We were talking about the Civic Type R and the Golf R. Somebody mentioned that the Golf R is more tunable. And when I initially looked it up, I was like, "Oh, maybe it is," because like with the flash, the CTR, the Civic Type R, only gets 70 horsepower.
Yep.
But with the reflash, the Golf R gets 76 horsepower.
Stage, just a simple
Stage
flash.
one.
Yeah.
But then if you do turbos and big stuff,
Yep.
like the Civic Type R makes 430 wheel horsepower on a bigger turbo, which is the same thing the Golf R makes. So they're almost dead even, to be honest with you.
Right. In all reality.
I thought the Civic would be easier. It's definitely cheaper, but it's about dead on, man. Spec for spec. I didn't get the numbers of if you do the Civic, if you do the exhaust, an intake, and a reflash, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's probably going to be dead same.
Did they call you?
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. That's another funny callback. I got a couple auto-generated text messages from my girl, Haley, over there. And one of them was just like, "Hey, just checking in to make sure you don't miss out on that Type R." And I just wrote back, "Great." Because I wanted to see what happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Never responded.
Yeah.
And they haven't sent me any more text messages, so it worked. Then I get an auto-generated email initially from my sales guy, and he didn't respond. Second one was auto-generated by my sales guy, but he wrote stuff in it because you could tell because it was a totally different text, totally different typeface.
Yeah.
And it was just like, "Hey, hope you don't miss out on this. Want to know what I can do?" And I just wrote back, "You know my number.
You know the deal.
You know what to do.
Yeah.
If you can get to my number, reach out. I am still in the market for a car."
Yeah.
And he never responded either. So it's working.
Right. Right. The long game. The play
So
is there.
if you really want, they do these annoying like auto text and stuff. They have my Google Voice number and my real number, but if you really want them to just fuck off, like it's all or nothing. Like, okay, great, just tell me when you can get to my price,
Right.
and then they will not send you auto generated stuff anymore because they don't want you hassling them. So yeah, that's where I am with that. Still sweat the thing. Saw one today. Sweat it.
I seen a couple today.
Yeah, I assume that gentleman hasn't come and bought another Civic Type R like he did bought the last two.
No, he has not come back. I was
paid what 1,500 over or whatever.
2,500 each. Someone reached out. I think it was actually Kinder reached out, and his buddy was the guy who towed those things to this gentleman that bought them.
Really?
And he had him.
So we know it's a real story?
Yeah. He had them push them on the trailer so they don't add miles.
Oh, fuck him.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so that guy sucks.
Yeah.
So we know what's up with that guy. Also, people have been pushing. They've been sending me pictures of a yellow one at like $70,000.
Oh, yeah.
Which doesn't surprise me. I said in the last one, I mean, it's stupid, but the yellow one is less money.
Less money?
I'm sorry, less weight.
Oh, okay.
way less production. There's only 600 of them. It's 40 pounds lighter, and it's yellow.
40 pounds. I mean, that's
We can take a seat.
Yeah,
out.
but that's enough for like anyone to be like, well, it's a CSL. You know what I mean?
right.
So that's exactly what they're doing now.
Right. Yeah.
Do we know what they did to get to the 40 pounds?
Seats, I think.
Okay. They took
Seats
like
and
lumbar
then
support out or something?
Carbon roof maybe or something like that.
Oh, carbon roof's pretty cool. It sounds cool when you knock on it.
Yeah.
So
And there's a used market for those. For
What,
the
carbon
M's.
roofs?
Yeah, for the M's.
I believe it.
Like they're just peeling them off totaled cars.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I
I mean, you can
well,
have a
what if you-
328 and throw it on.
And have
what if you want
yeah.
a slick top and you didn't buy one?
Yeah.
And you talk like a person that says slick top, you know? Also, fuck those guys. But it doesn't surprise me because they are actually limited. Like, remember the guy was telling me it was limited. That's why I can't move on price. It's not.
Yeah.
Right.
The yellow one.
But the yellow one's actually limited. It's actually lighter. So, of course, they're going to try to get more for it. And they'll probably get it because it is actually very limited. I don't think they're going to get 70 grand. Or if you pay 70 grand for Civic Type Art, there might be something wrong with you. But, I mean, it's cool.
I think yellow suits the car very well.
Yellow works very well on that car.
Oh, it looks
Yeah.
awesome. And it's like a Honda yellow. It's like the yellow the S2000 was. It's like their badass yellow. So Ransom says that's 20 car from Japan money. He's correct.
That's not a joke.
That's a new currency. I like that currency a lot.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So yeah, I've seen that. Feel free to keep sending it to me. Everyone who sent it to me, I think it's hilarious. What else we got going on here? Competition stereo. Run over that. Golf
I got
car. What you got?
So I don't often complain about Jeep guys because I mean you like what you like and I can't help you about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was driving home from work the other night
You can complain about him, buddy.
and there's a Jeep behind me and I see it has a light bar on roof mounted. It is as wide as the vehicle, so it's 6, 7, whatever, feet
54.
long. Wait,
Yeah.
yeah. It's however long it is, right? And
Could be
it's
60.
it's got like the outline of it in red LEDs.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Okay, so I was like, well, this is weird. So you LED outline your light bar. It's not on right now, which I appreciate because he could
Yep.
turn it on and literally ruin my night.
Yeah, they like LED outlining things.
Yeah. Well, until we came to a light and we both had to turn left and he turned his directional on. Half of the light bar
Is
lit
this
up
directional?
and blinked and it was like orange and it was his directional.
It's
Oh
like
my
a
God.
fucking Times Square sign.
It was like the sun beaming directly into my car, blinking over and over. I didn't even know it was possible, legal, an option, any of the above. It just,
What a cunt, and I mean that in the American way.
what are you doing? What are you
so
doing?
dumb.
What?
It's
It's
one of those-
unnecessary.
It's one of those things where you wish you could just get out with a baseball bat.
Yep. Turn it
And just-
off.
and just
Let me turn that off for
fix
you.
that
Yeah,
light for us.
let me remove
got a
this
light bar
permanent
out.
Yeah,
light.
yeah. Hey, bud, you got a problem with your light? It's fucking on.
Like, I get it. Like, you think this is cool,
Right,
but
right.
like,
It's just
there are people in front of you that are like,
Normal
yeah,
people.
normal people. They're just trying to drive home from work. Like trying to go to the grocery store. Like, I don't know, trying to get home before the curfew, whatever it is. But like,
meanwhile he's in there pounding Mountain Dew. And just
Yeah,
fucking-
pound and do fucking flashing 1,000 candle
I
power
couldn't-
right to blinker.
because you get the pickup trucks, you get the directional, the little LED strip that goes on the tailgate.
Yeah, oh, those guys.
So
those guys
think
are
about
special,
that.
too. Yeah.
Only as wide, but maybe
900
4 inches
LEDs
tall.
and mounted at the top.
mounted at the top.
Yeah.
Is that if there's an oncoming airplane, it has to know which way he's turning?
It was rather unpleasant. I don't understand it. Like, even the headlights with the LEDs in it, like, and all the different color changing, like, I don't really get it.
Yeah.
And it's fine because I'm sure there's plenty of things I do that
I
you
was
don't
just gonna
get. But
say,
like,
I'm sure there's things that we would do that they wouldn't like either. But
like
that's-
this is a whole different ball game.
But that
We're not
can,
even playing baseball anymore.
but that can fuck right off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's inappropriate.
Let's see.
Boys.
What's up?
I drove by the Cumbies in Keene, New Hampshire today. It's fucking magnificent. If someone can hit me with the picture of that thing, I couldn't pull over in time.
The Cumbies in Keene, New Hampshire. All right,
I
hold
think
on.
it was the Cumbies in Keene, New Hampshire. It was like
Cumberland.
brick. It was, I mean,
Was it old school or new school?
it was new school. It wasn't a Scumbies. No, this was,
Was it on Main Street?
probably. This was like a tour de force of Scumbies. Like, I think it was Keene. My wife and my friend John were in the car with me, and like, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, that's the most beautiful Cumbies I've ever seen in my life.
Magnificent company.
Dude, it was fucking spectacular.
Is that the front of it?
No.
Okay.
No, it was like a side shot.
Okay.
Next time I go up towards that area,
You're gonna be sure to
I'm gonna be sure to take a picture. I think it's in Keene.
photos, footage.
Yeah, it's the most beautiful one.
Oh man, it was fantastic. I mean, I was like, Joe, should I pull over and take a picture in front of this place?
yes. The answer
Like
is yes.
this is spectacular. It was on the way to Keene if it wasn't in Keene, coming from like Leo Meister.
It's like,
Yeah,
you
that's
just
how
have
I
to take
say
a
it.
picture of it next time.
yeah.
I got a picture for you boys because I was just
Leaving,
I think I was so awestruck that I just kept my foot in it and just went right by.
I get that way about seasons. I get that. I get real
Dude,
flustered
I
over
mean,
seasons.
we took a quick run here a few minutes ago, and we passed the Seasons. And,
Seasons is my favorite
and
gas
we-
station.
we
one
were-
right in my
Dude,
house.
we had a
Your old
discussion.
high school.
I was at Seasons. Theoretically at Seasons in Peterborough, New Hampshire today. What a Seasons!
Yeah.
The guy shot to the guy at the register. He tried to. I was buying a Monster Rehab. Full disclosure. He said, "Hey man, if you get 2 of those, the next one's 50 cents more." I was like, "Listen, buddy, I'm addicted to these things. I don't need another one, especially cheap." That's called enabling.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You ain't kidding, brother." And he picked up his Monster Juice. He's like, "I try to get them to sell them to me for as much as they can."
Yeah.
Because I'm addicted to these fucking things. Like
The
that's my
worst
mans.
thing is when I have like a Shell gas like points card,
Yeah.
and when they do this like special like every month, every other month or whatever, and it's like every time you buy 2 Monsters, you get like 10 cents off a gallon.
Oh boy.
So the real telling thing was that in the end of like 2 weeks, I went to go get gas, and it was like,
free.
It was free.
"You have $1.60 off," and
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
"Oh no."
Oh no, yeah. So that's enabling. I don't appreciate that. I've actually haven't joined that club because I had a points card and it was giving me discounts. I
Yeah.
was like, this is. I don't want to be this guy. This is ugly.
Yeah.
So yeah, big shout out to the gas stations out there. Yeah, the Old Town's really creeping up. And you know what? I'm really excited, boys. There's an Old Town probably going about 3-4 miles from my house. It's gonna be the closest gas station to my house.
I'm trying to think of it. Is it near the other Cumberland Farms?
No, it's closer.
Okay.
Have you been down the Route 6 recently? They're like ripping a mountain out of the side of the road. It's to the. Remember the police depot was?
Yeah.
So they flattened that all to road level now,
Okay, I did see the construction,
which is like a 200-foot wall in the back.
yeah.
And they're putting an All Town in there.
All Town's solid. That's a solid.
Oh
stop.
no, cancel. That's a fucking Seasons.
I'll take it.
It'll
Like
have a nice
Seasons.
floor.
Yeah.
But it's no All Town. All Town had a nice fresh marketplace today too. Unbelievable. So shout to them.
We're gas station connoisseurs.
It's my favorite thing. Nobody gets it. I just fucking love it. I go places. I look for gas stations that are beautiful.
Wait a minute. Here's an idea.
Yeah.
And because we're recording this, it's trademarked or whatever.
Trademark it,
Saved.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can
Trademark
we
that.
get
Yeah.
someone who make us an app, and when we stop at gas stations, we rate them
You rate
and we
the gas
review
station.
them, and
Oh my
people can
fucking
use
God.
the app
Can
as they're
somebody please make
traveling.
us this app?
As they're traveling, they're like, you know what? I'm in Keene, New Hampshire.
Let me pull
I'm
up the
looking for a solid
Revival
gas-
Motoring app.
Yeah.
Oh my
To
God. Do
tell
we know
me-
app people?
I don't know any app people.
Can we blur this whole thing out? Can
Yeah.
we beep this thing out?
I mean, there is Yelp.
Yeah. No. But that's
this is-
not.
no,
Not,
this is.
we want something tailored.
We need a Revival Motoring app, and the primary
Function.
point is to pull up gas
Quality
stations
of
we
stations.
visited
Yeah.
and like quality.
Quality of snacks and
yeah.
refreshment
So,
possibilities.
I already know how to solve this. All right.
Okay.
I already.
Josh, man,
Do you know?
Done.
Can we have an
Solved.
app?
We can have an app.
Do we have app people?
I know. I don't know how.
Do we have web people?
Yeah.
They can do apps.
Yes.
Listen, app people. We got a huge idea we can't share with you until you sign a non-disclosure.
Yeah.
But we're gonna make a gas station rating app, and it's gonna be fucking spectacular. I would do that. I would spend.
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta figure out how to make this a write-off. I spend my life driving from gas station to gas station.
Yeah. We can come up with 10 criterias. We'll rank it, 1 to 10
Yeah.
on 10 different
We
criteria.
have to make
Amenities.
this, right. We have to, and we can make this for the people.
Can we have
to
lot
use as
lizards
well.
be one?
Yeah.
Lot lizards
No,
available.
because you get 1 to 10 on 10 different criteria. It's your best score out of 100.
Right. You're right. Yeah. What's of it? Lot lizards, fireworks.
Yeah. What's
Well,
available
Well, because
there?
like I'll tell you what, like a Truck Stop America,
Chrome.
the real TSA.
Yeah.
I like them, but they're gritty. They're gritty and grimy, and that's why I like
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that premium Cumberland Farms Old Town experience, but you're going to get fireworks, Mexican blankets,
station boner pills.
clubs, boner pills,
Yeah.
and that's stuff that's just not available
Yeah.
at the higher echelon of gas stations.
This is true. Very
And you
true.
might get in a fight. There might be a big buck hunter. That should be one of the things. Is big buck hunter
You might end up in a
available?
shower.
Right.
You could end up in a shower if you get
yeah.
lucky. It's usually like some type of fried chicken joint.
Yeah.
Play your cards right. could buy a shotgun.
Truck Stop America is one of the most interesting ones. It's almost as good as the one in southern Rhode Island on the right-hand side.
That's tough to beat.
Chucky's, Bucky, not Bucky's. Chucky's.
No, it's not Chucky's. It's. I think Jesse just calls it Mexico.
I have pictures of it.
This is the far south part of Rhode Island.
Because I went there.
It's fucking fabulous. It's like
but
there's like there's like candies from my mother's childhood being sold in that place.
It's big, like yellow building type thing, right?
Yeah. There's penny candies. There's somehow a Nickelodeon in the back.
Garrett's got it. Yeah, the one on 95 Hennessy T has a solid selection of drug rugs.
Right.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
That's where I bought mine for the S4.
Dude, incredible selection of drug rugs at this place. That's why we call it Mexico.
They also have Indian like head dressings.
Yeah, I mean that's
because the casino is like 3 miles down the road.
That's ignorant as fuck. I like that.
Yeah.
Listen, we got to cater to our group. Who's close? Casino? Let's get some headdresses in this place.
That is geographically accurate to where we are. It is what it is.
Cancel that. That's not ignorant. That is respectful.
Yeah,
that is an incredible sign of respect. You didn't do it.
Yeah.
There's a giant selection of beef jerky there.
They're huge.
Dude, but
homemade.
But I think that place needs.
There's a Nathan's hot dogs inside of it.
Dude, there is for sure. That place is so big you can hardly see it. That's like a Southern California level of size. Oh no, that's a Texas level of size.
Oh yeah. That's a small one in Texas.
Yeah.
Dude, I went. But anyways, places like that need more recognition. We can do that with an app. I drove by a Brucey's in Texas.
Brucey's, okay.
That's the one that Scappa really likes. Big shout to Scappa. It's got the guy Bucky's, whatever it is. Bucky's, Brucey's. It's Brucey's.
It's Bucky's.
Is it really Bucky's?
Yeah, the chipmunk, whatever the fuck it is.
Looks just like Scappa.
I printed those giant stickers for the drag car. Yeah, that's Bucky's.
So, anyways, I went over there.
Just like Scappa.
Yeah, that's why I liked it. So we go. I'm driving by one on the highway. This is another moment like I had today.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is 6 pumps deep.
Really?
And 10 plus wide. Wow. And the building was the size of a fucking Sam's Club.
So you go in there and you're like, $20 on pump 50.
I was like,
7?
I was like late for the flight. I'm like, Joe, can we turn around? I have to go to that place. Yeah. And once again, I missed it. So if we had this app, I would have to go.
Yeah.
I'd miss the flight for that.
Yeah.
Right. You travel for it. Like the reason to be there would be to visit that
every
location.
now and then, even with my encyclopedic knowledge of these places,
you're going to forget.
I'd go give every Circle K a 0.
Fuck Circle
They're all
K.
shitholes.
No,
all
but
of them.
I mean, for instance, the place that we discovered in New Hampshire, I think you have a pin in it.
I do.
Because
I've
of the
pinned it on
Chinese
my
food,
own.
because it's both
because
Chinese food.
You might get off an exit early because you're getting low on gas.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even know it's there. But if you had our app, you'd be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's a Revival verified.
If he listens to this currently, I don't think he is, but when he listens to this, he's already going to know. We need the app.
It's got a Revival 3 diamond. It could be like the AAA.
Oh, the 3 Michelin star?
This is a 3 diamond Revival rest area. Yeah. I think we do 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I think we can get it off. We can get it off in 1, 2, 3. I can get it off 1, 2, 3. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Bing, bang, boom.
No, man. I think we do 1, 2, 3. I mean, fucking and do like a 4. Have like a level that's fucking you have to stop.
Yeah.
Like
go outside and get a massage.
Like if you're driving by Mexico and Rhode Island, you fucking stop. You know, you play a game of Buck Hunter.
Like level 4, we only give out like 3 level 4s ever.
Yeah, we could have local legends. Yeah, and if one shuts down, they can be a bum fight for the previous one.
Right. There's a long list of potential.
I see a lot of money generating potential in this.
I don't see any money generating potential, but it's gonna be fun as hell.
Dude, I think we should probably title this whole episode Rhode Island Gas Station Finder. No, the Revival Gas Station
Finder. Revival. Yeah, I don't know. Revival Fuel Finder.
I don't know. It sounds dumb, but it's the best idea I've ever had.
48 minutes?
It does, yeah.
But this deserves to be expanded
No, I'm
upon.
onto something here. Like,
no,
yeah, I mean, we have 0 live viewers, so we're really knocking out the park with this idea.
Unless it stopped working again.
No, I'm kidding. They're still there. Big shout to everybody that's still in there. Also,
if we have some trusted sources who we can verify they have a good grading
I think
quality?
This is how we start it. What we do is we recruit people to find spots that we review.
Yeah.
And then if we find, and they give us their review. And if we agree with enough of their reviews, they're on the team. Oh. We'll give them a password. They can write reviews.
We got to have a bit of like we were saying, a checklist of criteria, if you will.
Right. We could have a system, and we could have, so it would be unverified, but it would be user reviews, and then we can stop in when we're in the area, or if that becomes our full-time job,
Yeah.
and we can pop them in verified.
Of-
I think
Eventually-
one would be, would you walk around this place barefoot?
That would be. That's literally
yes
that's
or
the
no.
most important thing.
Yes
for
or
me.
no?
Yeah.
If you dropped a hot dog,
Would you? How many seconds? How many seconds? This is a 20-second hot dog drop.
I've never met a
Unheard
season
of.
I wouldn't walk around barefoot.
No, Old Town's very similar.
Yeah, they are. I think they might get the
Scumbies. There's some
flooring.
Scumbies, even redone ones. I wouldn't walk around barefoot.
I have an issue wearing the shoes I have in there.
Yeah. Can you chuck the pigskin around? I
Yeah.
mean, Seasons is going to take a hit on that.
Big hit.
What
Big
kind
hit.
of
Low ceilings.
what kind of sporting event can be held inside?
Right.
Low ceilings, but they make me feel tall. I get in Cumbies, man. I feel like a 3-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
tough.
That's
Yeah, I
true.
wanna
It's
feel
true.
little.
It's nice. Perceived height in the buildings
Perceived
also
height,
big time.
right.
The original Scumbies, and we should have an original Scumbies finder as well.
Like the original Blockbuster.
Yeah. Like this brings you back to the future.
This is where it all happened. Right.
This is where it started.
Guys,
Right,
you think we
there's-
should buy a gas station?
There's one set for sale out front.
I know I want it so bad.
A gas. If we own a
The
gas
one right
station,
there.
dude.
Yeah.
Our
It's got
gas
2
station,
garage bay doors.
dude.
It's got
fucking
room for
close
4
them.
pumps.
I think we go 4 pumps and turn that whole thing to the greatest convenience store anyone's ever seen.
Just race fuel only.
I was just gonna say it's just gonna be 100 plus octane.
The amount of money we would need to even challenge the shittiest Cumberland farms. We would need investors. If all our listeners give us $100,000, we might be able to make a decent spot. Business plan. We go to a bank with it.
Yeah.
Look, we got this app.
I pitch a lot of
We
things
got
in my
this
own
idea.
head. I think I could do it.
Gas station.
I
Are we
mean,
talking
you always
small-
need more of them.
That's true. Whoa.
There's all that construction happening right
not,
now.
Not for long.
Remember some of the Southern Connecticut stuff we'd go on? We'd do scum runs and stolen stuff for work.
Yeah.
And you'd be in this sleepy Southern Connecticut town, and you'd walk in the door, and it'd be totally barred up, like bulletproof everything. You'd be like, what
Like Hartford?
the fuck happened here?
Yeah.
No, it'd be a sleepy town.
Oh.
As opposed to like Hartford where you're expecting it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it'd be
Right.
like, what the fuck happened here? And it's like where that Patriots guy that murdered everybody came up. And you're like, oh, okay, never mind.
So, like Diesel Dave 359 writes, do the registers have bulletproof?
That's
or
what brought it up.
glass? So that's 100% like plexi, no plexi.
Also, David Dombrowski, who I have to talk about his last name, as I know someone with a very similar last name, said Stewart's is greater than Scumberland Farms. Stewart's, I've been to one in Vermont. It was nice, but I wish I had an app to record it.
Yeah.
But maybe David could be one of our trusted reviewers. I don't know.
Garrett teaching us something about the stops down south. Apparently, there's a thing called the beer cave.
Oh yeah, there's beer caves. I mean, alcohol availability is a big one. Rhode Island screws that up, as you can't have it. But I'll tell you what, the Old Town in Peterborough, man, that's better than most liquor stores down here. That place is knocking out of the park with the liquor selection.
I misread that and thought he spelled BEAR, so I thought it was like a shower.
Oh, a bear cave.
I thought it was like
There's one on the Outer Cape.
I thought it was those people who don't shave their chest situation.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great too. We could add that as well.
Right.
So thank you for still listening.
As you can see, this is how we workshop things.
This is called brainstorming, boys. It's called our guest
Yeah.
couldn't come out, so we're gonna pull this call back as far as she can go.
and it wasn't his fault. It was
No.
due to Mother Nature.
Some inclement weather.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's what a bitch.
You got to figure out your answer.
Nah,
yeah.
looks fine. Looks fine.
I
Winter.
promise we'll get to the automotive content at some point.
No, that's
that
automotive.
covers
You
it.
drive
Yeah, that
cars,
covers
sir.
it. It's very important.
Okay, hold on. I got like a 12 more callbacks here. Listen. There is. Oh, I got to give a shout out to Jingles, Brandon, Alex, John, and John for the good time at the Hill today.
Is John one person or are there 3 Johns?
3 Johns.
Three Johns.
Three- yeah.
to be,
It made it really easy to remember everybody's name.
Oh, good.
not to be confused with Dylon.
Big
Dylon.
shout out there. I think there's some footy that might involve me tricking. I'm working on getting it back.
Tricking.
But
Flexing.
it might have been sent up to the sponsors to see if we can make something happen.
Backside. I don't know.
Backside
Something?
ones.
Okay.
But let Manscaped know I was out there putting in work for them today.
Right. Athlete repping.
Do you have your shirt on? Your Manscaped shirt?
Of course I did.
Yeah.
He was just riding in boxers.
Yeah.
The Manscaped
Manscaped
boxers.
undies.
Also, Jack White, are they accessible from both sides of the highway? To get a turn or back on the next junction. That's a big deal.
Big one.
It is.
Accessibility.
You could have the pull out rating.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll
how
tell
do
you what,
do
the
it?
Old Town I was in today, pullout rating was all time worst.
Really bad.
Oh man, tough to pull out of
So
that one.
there's a handful of, like, there's ones
I got
that
honked at by a New Hampshire person.
there's ones that are just that are just ideal, and they're fun. They're built for speed.
Yeah.
Right. They're built
Not for
speed.
comfort.
Not for comfort.
There's a Scumbies like in Amherst area, incredible pull-up both sides.
And then there's some
Pull-up game strong.
for instance, in like on your way to New Jersey or New York or
yeah.
on a parkway.
Oh, on a fucking parkway.
Oh,
Oh, my
You
god.
pull out onto an 80-mile-an-hour
Yeah,
highway.
you got to go to Pennsylvania to turn around.
Right. Whereas, right.
No left
It's
turns.
One of those bad situations where you're forced to get gas because you will run out, and you have to use that. Yeah.
Not
It's-
to
I
not to
can-
dwell on the subject, but imagine how useful a person that doesn't know anything about the podcast would actually even find this.
Yeah.
You know,
Right, they would. They
could we
actually
make
would.
the app
Right.
also a podcast player and a merch store? Listen,
You're
guy.
reaching. You're reaching.
That's a reach. That's a reach.
Things are endless. How it may not be that much of a reach.
Sweet. Could we get
yeah.
a scent as well? Revival.
I would vote that we leave New Jersey off the map because you can't pump your own gas in New Jersey, and I
If
find
you
that
can't
unacceptable.
pump your own gas, it's just I just don't know what to do.
New Jersey out, Alaska in.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy. That's agreed upon.
Yeah.
New Jersey will be a black hole for the Revival gas station.
I
app.
just
somehow miss
refuse to get gas in New Jersey because I can't pump it on my own. And
yeah,
I
I'll run
find
out
that
and have
disturbing.
AAA tow me.
That's horrific.
To New
I just-
York.
What do you do? No.
I would clench my cheeks and make it back to Connecticut.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Tow me to New York, babe. I'll fill it myself.
Yeah.
I always bring extra gas in the car when I go to Jersey.
If I know I'm traveling that route.
The ongoing saga of new vehicle for myself. This is an interesting little aside.
Yep.
Not that I want to get too far out of the ballpark here. But I texted my buddy. I was like, you got to lease me an X3M. He came back with some strong numbers, boys.
Really?
Yeah, but it's not reducing my payment at all. So that's totally going beyond
So it's a
anything I want to do.
Complete wash of.
But I'll tell you what, it is dark gray on orange. It's
What is it called? Sakur?
yeah. Shakur.
Yeah, Shakur.
Tupac Shakur, orange.
Yeah, it's,
rest
it's a
in
very,
power.
very nice color.
Yep, and it was like the dark mineral gray. All the packages you want, not competition, obviously, because
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking idiot. But it's an SUV or an SAV or whatever. I just can't.
Sports activity vehicle.
I just don't know if I can deal with it. I feel like a traitor.
You know what? I don't give a fuck. I could, for sure. For an X3M, I mean, they're fucking sweet.
Yeah, but the lease payment's a hair more than my
Oh, no, I'm
current,
not paying for it.
current own it payment.
Yeah, I'm not
So-
paying for it.
No,
I'm
no,
just
I
saying
get
that,
that.
you know, like,
Yeah, I know. I could. I don't know, though. It makes me think I should just buy one that's a year old and pay
for
way less money.
50% off.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
right. Come springtime.
How long have they been out?
a year.
I was going to say.
So next year, I could grab one next year.
Yeah, so
Or
next
2
year.
2 years from now, I could grab one off a lease. But then I can grab an all-wheel drive M5. You know, it's just it's a crazy world. Or I should just get a goddamn Corolla hatch.
and yeah,
I gotta go
P-car.
drive one. I'm gonna go drive one.
Corolla hatch and P car.
Yeah, D-car.
Yep.
Deep thoughts I have if you want to go into that.
I think Josh had a deep thought, too.
Did I? I
did.
right?
You did.
What is it?
I can't
Well-
remember.
Let me hear it.
I didn't write it down.
Tell it to me.
Didn't I say it as I was walking by?
Yeah, but I can't remember either, so I was hoping you could. If not,
Walk on by.
Shit. Yeah. What's your deep thought first?
My deep thought, I was talking to Josh Pelletier, great guy,
he's great.
Love that guy.
Awesome guy.
talking about K cars. And we stumbled into...
Oh, that's what it was about.
Do you want to tell yours first?
Well, it was just we've said this like a month or two ago, but the K car wave is coming.
K-car wave is coming.
It's just that's
Once you get secondhand K-cars, it's going to get crazy.
it's just it's gonna get bigger.
Because people are going to go nuts and...
Influencers.
they're
are gonna-
fun.
Jake Paul's gonna have one. Next thing you know,
Oh, absolutely. He's going to fight
John
it.
Wick is gonna be driving one in next movie.
Dude, I see him. I know Del Bonaire just got one at his
just got
job.
one?
He was asking me
Yep.
where to get parts. Like, we shouldn't have bought a Subaru one, number one. Second of all, call a
No,
Subaru
did he
dealer.
buy a Subaru one?
He didn't buy it. The Subaru dealer bought it. But they can't get parts for it. Because Subaru can't get parts from Subaru.
Nothing
Makes
like
sense.
fucking yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
nothing
perfect
like
sense.
it. So anyway, it involves K-cars. So it's excellent you say that.
Yeah.
It fell quickly into wife math.
One in, one out.
Uh-huh.
So is this?
But does a K-car count as one?
No.
I've reviewed wife math rules, and Josh and I went through it. A K-car counts as 0.25.
So see, this was my thinking.
According to official wife math rules, it's 1/4 of a vehicle.
I look at it as space.
Yep.
How much space does said vehicle take up? Do 4 of these take up the spot of say a Cadillac, yes.
Yeah.
Thus, 4 could equal 1.
4 could equal 1 MCV.
Because
Correct,
in
yeah.
wife math, large cars don't count as more than 1.
Correct.
So if you get a Raptor, it counts as 1. So you should rate your small cars based on the biggest one. Example, a Raptor, 4 deep long bed. Easily 4K cars.
Oh, yeah.
Therefore, league rules clearly state that a K vehicle counts as a quarter of a normal car in wife math.
Quarter.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you. Once it's less than a car, I think a quarter is a bit of a stretch. I think quarter is a bit of a stretch. I would think like you get like a third out of it. Because think
Whose
about.
side are you on?
Listen, man, I'm trying to get as many cars as possible here, but I'm thinking like a quarter. I mean, I would think if you're talking motorcycle, be like, oh, you know what? I can get this many motorcycles in the stage of one.
I'd say a motorcycle's an eighth.
I was thinking motorcycles like the quarter range because you're not. I mean, you got a motorcycle engine in the K.
Yeah, but how big of a motorcycle? Buying a bagger or something?
Right. So therefore, if there's
maybe?
motorcycle engine in the K, and it's considered an eighth is considered a motorcycle.
A quarter only makes sense.
quarter
Lyric
makes-
rules
it
clearly
just
state.
it just evens it out.
If I bought an Excursion tomorrow, that would count as one car.
Yes, one
Easily
very
4K
big car.
cars.
Yeah.
Thus, a K car is 1/4.
For instance, if you bought that Yukon XL,
Yeah.
you showed us the other
Oh
day.
my god, you kind of.
But it only counts as 1, but a K only counts as a quarter. I would say if you're really in trouble, maybe a third, but I wouldn't give that up, boys.
No, that's some ground you
You're
don't
a
want to
king.
give up.
You're a king.
Yeah,
King
you
needs
hold on
multiple
that.
vehicles. So what I'm saying is that if you sell 1 to get 4, I mean, it's not that bad.
You have some leeway.
You could get a fleet of K cars.
Now, does pricing factor in here at all?
No.
So we
Well,
don't-
let's face it. All pricing numbers given to the group is fictional.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Right, because therefore, if you went pricing, realistically, let's go fiscal calculator here.
Correct.
GT3 RS. We know the price of GT3 RS. How many K cars could you buy for that?
No, however,
A factory?
let's say
A boat full?
Yeah.
you pick up a 996 GT3.
Yep.
And we all know
It might be white.
we all know what they cost on man math.
Yeah.
But if you're putting it in front of the board, it's 20 grand.
It's always 20 grand.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why would
I got a great deal on it.
Why would a K price matter?
I don't think it would. I don't.
It wouldn't matter.
I don't
Exactly,
think it would
because
at
we're in
all.
the land. We're in a land, and it's not. You've all heard theoretical math in school. It's theoretical math.
Right.
I'm trying to think if you're trying to justify, say, okay, I got rid of this one vehicle. And
then theoretical math goes the other way.
that should equal 4 cars.
Right.
And you're like, well, I can get 4
Baby, I
cars. same
sold
price.
the E30. That thing's worth like 40, 50 grand. I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
get a couple $2,000 K cars.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be the end of the
So
world.
by using Pythagorean theorem, A squared plus B squared equals C squared,
Correct.
which equals
Man math.
whatever you want.
Yeah. E equals MC squared.
Exactly.
There it is.
So at the end of the day, as proven by Einstein,
Yeah.
a K car is worth a quarter of a car. Maybe even less of a project. I don't know.
I put my stamp of approval on that.
Yeah.
So that's where I got on deep thoughts. Thank you, Josh, for bringing that up with me. But I think we're pretty solid.
It makes sense. Yeah.
I
Certified.
put that on my Instagram.
Let's get it
the
notarized.
concept. There was some woman who got in there and went a little crazy, but I don't know who she is.
I see. There was I did see a note, if you will.
There was a bit
That
of a
was-
note,
that
a
was
bit of a
left.
love note on my
That was
post.
left, but I wasn't quite sure. I'm like, I'm not going to touch that one.
I didn't see it. I gotta go look now.
Mm-mm. Theoretical math, man. You don't want to get involved.
Yeah. It's gets real smoky.
Yeah, it's smoky down. It's definitely smoky.
Do
Like
we
burning the house down or a garage smoky.
Do we have any other callbacks?
Oh boy, what else do I got here? No, I think that's the longest we've ever done callbacks for.
I think so.
But if we get an app out of it, it's worth every damn penny.
Again, naturally, you see how or everybody listening.
We could
this is how we
easily
think.
just be like Cumbies, Peterborough, fucks, yes, no. Yes, it fucks. Okay, let's get further, you know?
Right. That takes you down a path.
Otherwise, it could just be, is it a special K? No? Perfect.
We're done here.
Yeah, exactly. That's enough. Flowchart. Oh, man. I just think of how useful it'll be for my own shit.
I'm going to cue the boys.
Do it.
The news or lack thereof this week,
Mm-hmm.
which we kind of understand. Everybody's going on
It'll be Christmas time, baby.
Long holiday, if you will. I'm diving deeper in my winter depression, which is stemming from last winter because of COVID depression, which equals just general sadness.
Wow. Jesus.
You went deep
No,
on that
I'm
one.
sorry.
I just speak about it?
I just fucking hate winter. I could tolerate all this stuff, when the sun was out. But now it's just, here we are. Anyway, news. Let's see. I have something from, how you say Pagani? Pagani.
Pagani.
Supposed to be releasing something tomorrow, December 17th.
Pagani?
And they're making some odd, not claims,
Mm-hmm.
but what they're doing, basically they showed a little teaser of a gauge that has Mach on it. And if anyone's familiar with speed, a lot of speed, there are variations of Mach 1, Mach 2. This is how.
Where are we going?
I don't know.
There's-
This is what they're doing.
Isn't that the speed of sound?
So you ask, what is Mach 1, for instance?
Yeah, but doesn't it depend on how high you are?
I don't know if it depends on how high you are, but Mach 1.
I mean, how much weed you've smoked? No, sea level is where
don't-
Mach. Okay, go ahead.
Well, Mach 1 is achieved at 767.269 miles per hour.
How many Machs are on the Speedo?
I'm hoping multiple.
It's
It goes to Mach 2.
it's a little odd because you
From
can look at
Pagani?
this,
No
right?
way.
Exactly.
That guy's
So
totally normal.
the it also has a knots gauge on it.
Is it a plane?
Now you're talking.
Oh, they're releasing a jet fighter?
seaworthy. This could be a flying car plane, is what I'm thinking.
Is it?
I have no idea.
I mean, Horatio. I mean, he's done lost his mind over there.
That guy's something.
They basically said we should all hold on tight as we are about to celebrate airspeed later this month.
Direct quote from Italian, hold on to your dicks.
So
Horatio's
nobody
coming
has
with
any idea
knots.
what this means. We're going to see tomorrow. 'Cause
I like
tomorrow's
it.
December 17th.
You know, I've been waiting for Pagani to do something that inspires me and gets me in the showroom. And it
Potential
sounds-
buyer?
And I think knots are going to do it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, if I can start taking flight, sign me up.
How many boxes there again?
Pagani Schooner,
Is it MK1?
Mark 1.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Mac.
Mac 1, Mac
Is it
2.
is it Mark 1?
Yeah.
Mac,
so
what's
it's
up?
Going to be very interesting to see what the hell they do. I mean, the Mach, come on, you're not building a fucking car that's going to go that fast. So
I hope so. I
Maybe
mean, that's
it's
what
a-
you said. Maybe he's got two motors they didn't make in it.
Pagani plane. Maybe that's what it is. Pagani plane.
Pagani plane boat, like you said.
Pagani plane car boat.
Yeah, but there's no car, right? There's no MPH gauge.
No, it's just knots and Mach.
So it's probably
I
just a plain car.
Of course, don't get really driven anyway, so you never really
In both.
know how fast you need to go.
Have I ever seen? I think I've seen one at like New York Auto
I
Show,
have
but
seen at Lars. I've seen a few of them. Lars Anderson. There's been a few Pagani, Zondas, and such parked there. They're beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
really
they're
cool.
crazy. They're very steampunk esque.
Yeah, they're
in certain ways.
it's a piece of jewelry.
Right. 100%.
But whatever. It is what it is. But I mean, people are holding on to their seats because you might be able to travel at such a fast speed. However, exciting news is that you can still get a front bench seat on a 2021 Chevy Suburban. Think about how cool it is.
The 2500's
Pickup
got a
trucks don't
bench.
count.
Oh, they don't? But
So,
they're all
like,
benches?
Yeah, well, a single cab. Yeah, they would be
Oh,
all
wait,
benches.
right? Suburban. So you
A
get
Suburban. You
bench
can get a
seat and an SUV.
9-person Suburban SUV. So like
with a bench seat.
with a bench seat. It's like a
That's absolutely perfect.
it's like a
that's-
$250 option.
Sounds like a lawsuit
I don't-
waiting to happen.
Yeah, especially with COVID regulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in a Bourbon, I mean, not filling in the middle seat, you would be 6 feet apart.
Right.
But having that middle seat, so it's three rows. So it's three seats, 3 rows, 9 people
You get stick shift?
in a Bourbon. No, which would make it a little awkward.
It'd be hilarious.
Well,
You know, it's incredible to me. Actually, the most incredible part is that they still make Suburbans. I didn't know that.
but apparently the 2021 one's supposed to crush it.
Really?
Like it's supposed to do really well.
Crush whatever it hits
Yeah,
on the
probably,
snowy road.
Yeah, probably.
Whatever it decides to run over.
It's got like a big V8 in it, or you can get some sort of diesel option in it. as well.
10-cylinder.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, there's a diesel option as well.
I remember when I was a kid, my dad got a Suburban, and I just remember like the scale of that thing when I was a kid was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like
you could like run in it.
We like went from a Chrysler minivan, which is a big vehicle, to that, and I was just like, dude, you just can't make cars this big. This is crazy.
Yeah.
You'd be in the back and you couldn't hear the kids in the back.
Yeah. Like, huh?
Ah!
What?
Oh, what car?
You'd have to get. Is it extra money to get the bench?
It's like $250.
Oh wow! So the bench is now extra. Back in the day, captain's chairs were.
It's more,
Yeah.
more material.
The quick little article I read through, I didn't go like try and build one or anything like that. It seems like they kind of all come equipped, and like you choose what engine you want, bench seat, yes or no.
And that's all the options.
That seems to be the extent of it.
Fair enough.
Gray interior, check.
Yeah. Black exterior, check.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it'd be a funny little ride. It's also an incredibly expensive ride. I mean, for what?
What's $70,000-$80,000?
Yeah, they're super expensive.
Yeah.
I saw a Raptor today, and I was like, you know what? That'd be a good week before I get sick of that car.
See,
We talk about that all the time.
I know.
I don't think I would get sick of it.
I think I get sick of it in a week.
You know, kind of developing opinion. I seen a gray one today on the highway, and I'm just like, I'd take one.
I saw like an
That's
orange
daily.
one.
I don't know that I would get sick of like the tomfoolery.
Just being a fucking asshole all the
Yeah.
time. I think I would.
It would be the best, in all reality, it would be the best revival helper vehicle.
Are you
or
buying
just
one? Can you buy one?
vehicle.
Can we have one?
No.
Yeah, we'll get an
No.
app. We'll get a Raptor.
We might be able to buy a picture of one.
I'll tell you, it would be. There would be a month or two in New England where you would be the king of. I mean, you'd always be the king of the road.
Yeah,
But you would legitimately be the king of the fucking road.
Like, that thing would make winter fun.
If I had a Raptor, I would wait till 4:00 in the morning to go home. Give me like 8-10 inches of snow on the ground.
And
I'm
just-
riding the median. Fuck you. That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
I would drive like such a fucking animal all the time,
I just
all winter.
because they're really not like stupid fast. They're just fun.
Garrett, Project Syncbug, Garrett, Mystic Scenic Studios. He daily drives one.
Yeah.
He loves the shit out of it.
I'd be like the one guy in my street that has a snowmobile because we get enough snow to use it one day a
You
year.
have that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be like that guy with the Raptor. Be like,
he
"Let-
is going to
let us
be
know.
in
Let us know.
heaven tomorrow.
I was so hoping
He's
to have.
going to be in heaven in 2 hours.
I was hoping to have these tracks so I could be at the end of my driveway when he drives by in a snowmobile,
Yeah.
and I could just look at him and laugh. How's that thing steer? Look at this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Hey, if you get stuck, I'll pull you out.
Yeah, I mean, God, Raptor's such an appealing vehicle. It's also not appealing price-wise, extremely expensive.
No, way up there. Right.
You can buy them
I mean,
worryingly cheap with incredible high miles.
Yeah.
But that's just trucks in general as well.
Yeah. But you know what's funny is it seems to be priced lower than other pickup trucks, and I think it's because
Yeah,
they're
lower.
specialty little niche. You
Right,
know?
because you can't do anything with them besides just drive like an asshole.
Lower than the
Garrett
King
towed
Ranch.
his Beetle here in one, and it came through like just looking at the sky.
Yeah.
It's just like looking way up in the sky.
Before I bought the 2500, I was seriously considering buying a Raptor to plow.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even find a single buyer's remorse post who was like, no, it's fine to plow with. Everyone's like, this was a terrible
No, it's not
idea.
going to work. Yeah, it's not. It's not what it's meant for.
It's 9 feet off the ground. The plow can't touch the ground.
For reference, new ones, $53,455 starting, of course.
Not as bad as I thought. to be
Nowhere
honest.
near as bad as I
Can I
thought.
lease one? What's the
Oh,
lease rate?
I'm sure. View local inventory. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I'm sure you can lease one. It'd be pretty interesting to lease.
Yeah, is there a lease option? They run any special deals right now? I'll run down to Ford right now.
Yeah.
Bang this
Trying to
thing out.
reduce my payment, baby.
We got a person at Ford.
Dude, if I could lease a fucking Raptor
Then
for
suddenly a
reasonable
Raptor.
money.
Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe that first price was wrong because right here, 2020 Raptor estimated net price $72,945.
that sounds like the price I thought it was.
Yeah, it was 53 a base model F-150.
Yeah, maybe that's what that
Okay, well, how much can I lease that for then?
73.
Is there a lease button? Just hit the lease button.
Internet price, dealer website.
I don't like the internet price.
Yeah, that's
no
never
lease
helpful.
button.
Oh my God. So I can't lease a Raptor for funny money?
All right, so base price. So here we go. Base price $56,440.
Is that like roll up windows? Because you can get the new F-150 with roll ups.
Total of options is $14,810. Destination charges nearly $2,000, equaling that $72,000.
Does it show you what the optional extras are there?
Click to see a monthly price. Hang tight. No, it didn't show me that. You does not give me a lease price.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find someone that can give me a lease price.
If you want to finance this thing, also putting $7,200 down gives you a monthly payment of $1,239.
Well, because there's no devil math involved in financing.
Yeah.
Where in leasing,
It's
there's
very clear.
Right.
leasing, there's devil math.
Right.
So I'm looking at Reddit, which is obviously the greatest place to get it, and they say it's about $600 a month, which
To
I
lease
will
one.
pay tomorrow to lease a Raptor. So if you're a Ford guy, do we have a Ford guy?
Yeah. There's a listener who works for Mazda Ford.
Can we reach out to that Ford guy and lease me a Raptor?
I gotta ask if he can put you in touch with somebody for sure.
Yeah, I just want to have any idea what it costs to lease one. It's really hard to find.
Need it by end of business tomorrow so I can have fun in the snow.
Yeah, I believe he's like lead service advisor kind of guy.
Oh, maybe he'll know what it is a lease. Lease office. Locate a dealer. Oh boy, here
Kyle,
we
I know
go.
you're listening
Yeah, Kyle.
today, which is Thursday. Shouts to you, buddy. But yeah, if you know someone who
trying
can
to lease a Raptor.
Get at us. I'm not even going to read this other bit of news.
Yeah,
I don't even want to talk about that particular one.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I got a news. Are you not talking about Honda recalling 1.4 million cars in the U.S.?
No, that's not.
no, because that's like 0.5% of their actual inventory out there.
It's some drive shafts break, some window switches that can overheat in a software floor. Looks about software recall 737,000 Accords from 18 to 20. And Insights from 2019 to 20. Luckily, they didn't sell any Insights, so we don't have to worry about that.
I didn't even know they still made those.
Yeah, I didn't know
A
either.
flaw on the computer can cause the rear camera, turn signals, and windshield wipers to malfunction all at the same time. That's fucking awesome. That sounds like an Easter egg more than a bug.
Yeah.
Right, it's Tesla's party mode.
Drive shaft recall. It's a 430,000 Honda Civic hybrids from 2012, and unfortunately, the 07 to 14 Honda Fit. In the 13 through 15 Acura ILX, which they also didn't sell any of. In the 13 through 15 Accord. They're in the states where salt is used to clear the roads. They will break due to corrosion. If you're up here and have one of those, you should probably get that checked out.
Wow,
Yes.
is it like frame situation?
I guess so. They're just going to
Well,
chuck
you
you
said
another
drive
one.
shaft, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So it's
owners
just
are
like
going
an axle.
Owners
So,
are going to get
yeah.
a notification in February, so you don't have to do anything. And then the other ones, the power window switches in 268,000 CRVs from 2002 through 2006.
those
Water
are
gets
old.
into the window and causes an electrical short,
And
Those are
there's a
super
shit-
cool.
and there's a
possibly
shit ton of them.
touching off a fire.
All right.
Well, if it's wet, it'll put itself out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, a touch of fire is not the best amount of fire, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to hope that the windshield wipers and washers and all that other stuff go off at the same time.
yeah, luckily
and
this
put it
isn't
out.
all in the same vehicle. None of them got all of
Yeah,
it, which is a
yeah,
bummer.
Yeah.
Honda's usually pretty fair with that stuff.
I usually don't hear too much of that stuff from Honda.
Yeah, well, you don't. But look at how old most of these cars are.
It took what 16 to 18
This is
years
your
to come.
02 through 06
CRV.
CRV.
Yeah, it
So
took
that's not
16 to
affecting the
18
first
years.
Yeah, it's just that car's been sold 4 times over.
Yeah,
You probably replaced those window switches a dozen times.
and
already.
now has 300,000 miles on it. Yeah,
Right.
and it's fine. On
Those
its
cars
ninth
are-
owner.
awesome cars.
Yeah, it's a purple one. I got a line on.
Ooh, a purple one?
Yeah, manual.
What? Where?
I got a line on a
How
purple.
much money are we talking
Oh, I
here?
think you
Purple
just found
manual
your
one in
daily.
Providence. It's probably under $2,000.
I think you just found your daily driver.
I've been thinking about it. I got to press. There's a communication going on tomorrow about the vehicle.
Okay.
That's a strong move.
Except that the all-wheel drive system is not real.
That's fine.
I'm out.
If you look at, my brother told me this. My
Yeah.
brother knows weird facts about things.
He does.
And I
It's-
was telling
it's
him about
strange.
the CRV, and he's like, "Yeah, that's cool." Except that the all-wheel drive system's not real. It doesn't actually work. And I was like, "That's
it's like a
total
Volkswagen
bullshit."
system that's always front wheel drive.
Dude. They try to.
It's like 95.5 or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
they're like driving this thing up with a ramp on it.
Yeah.
It's like a ramp at the top of the ramp, some rollers Front wheels get on the rollers, it just stops. Back wheels never move. I was like, you gotta be shitting me. It's unbelievable how not well it works.
Yeah.
And people were like, well, maybe it's a little something. It's like, no, none have ever worked. None of them are actually
Really?
all-wheel drive. Yeah.
Just weld the diff.
That's interesting because I know.
I don't think that diff's even getting a spin.
Nah, it's like the second generation version of them. Like they're beasts in the snow.
Even there was a newer generation of them
Really?
that didn't work.
Oh,
I mean, front-wheel drive's good in the snow.
I think whose mother had one. So one of my friends' mothers had one. And we would take it out and act like fucking lunatics in the snow.
Yeah.
And this thing, you just, oh, look at that snowbank.
It's-
All right,
Yeah.
it just
work.
wouldn't
It's
stop.
just like length. It's the perception that gets you through.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not the actual
confidence.
all-wheel drive.
It's, it's great until you go up a hill with some rollers on the top.
Yeah. I'm not going to get stuck.
Yeah.
There was some guy off-roading one in, I saw in some snow fields. He was like reviewing one,
Yeah.
and it was a newer one. And he was like, how am I getting stuck? And some guy comes by with this like piece of shit forerunner. It's like, you need a pull. Just rips him out of the snow.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
I wonder if the RAV4 is the same way.
I think one of them's a RAV4 that I'm talking about,
Yeah.
actually. I think the review was the RAV4.
Yeah, because I wonder if
I might be generally speaking about RAV4s. No, it's CRV,
Yeah.
the early one.
But yeah, because those CRVs and RAV4s are little sweet little vehicles. If you need
I
something
think so,
cheap,
man.
cheap
It's a
to
sweet
get around.
little baby. You put some snows on it.
Yeah,
you'd be
some
a
knobby
god.
boys.
I just put snows on my wife's car. It's magical. On my 1552 Turbo Max.
There's always an interesting learning curve to when I put my snow tires back on, which obviously we'll talk about later. But
I'll
like
save that.
that like first go on the highway. Interesting,
It's a little spongy.
a little mushy.
Yeah, it's definitely mushy. I got my last piece of news, which is Porsche is coming back to Le Mans 24 hours in 2023. Let's get it.
With a hybrid setup or something, right?
I don't fucking know. I didn't even look beyond that. It's been a bad
There's
news week.
There was a thing. There's something related to that. Yeah, maybe we'll get into it at some point. I had another little bit. Ferrari CEO retires with effective immediately for undisclosed personal reasons.
That's always a solid way to go out. I hope he's all right.
That's what my first thought was. All right, maybe there's something wrong. I don't know if there's any, something happening behind the scenes that hasn't been brought to light yet. I don't know for sure, but I just thought that was rather interesting.
Is he an older gentleman?
I don't know. I'm not too sure. They apparently have a replacement already, or an interim.
You're looking at him.
Yeah.
So I'm about to tell you, boys, I'm the president of Ferrari.
Paisan, let's
Hey,
give
we're making an
everything-
SUV. Let's go.
V12. Crank
I'm
it
going
up.
to get some water and pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buy or what?
No, I'm good for now.
Is there a slice of cheese out there?
You want a cheese or you want the Magaria?
My
I'm going
gata.
cheese only.
Cheese only for the man. Any other news?
I do.
Okay.
Just a quick little guy that I found interesting. GM has opened up a 3D printing facility, and its whole purpose is to print prototype, like live prototype, rapid prototyping.
Yep.
Materials and stuff. They've done some pretty cool stuff. Speeds up vehicle development because now instead of going to make molds of things
Yep.
and whatever ways they were using before, they can kind of whip something up and print it out real quick. See if it's going to work, make changes
Yeah.
on the fly.
It's a perfect means to do that sort of stuff. Because when we had Steph Papadakis on,
Exactly.
3D print something, 3D print a design that you need to test fit and whatnot, and within a few hours, you have a working prototype.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch any of Steph Papadakis' YouTube videos of when they're building the Super Drift car, I mean, there are a few things that are 3D printed.
Yeah.
On that vehicle for test purposes.
Yeah.
So this facility houses 24 3D printers capable of printing parts using different manufacturing techniques. They do polymer and metal.
Oh wow!
So they can
the metal
3D
stuff
print
is
metal.
fascinating.
It's very interesting. It's weird because it can work a little different where it like gets like welded in sand. I don't know. Like I don't really get it, but like.
I've seen those machines are wild.
Yeah, it kind of like welds it in sand, and as it moves up, the sand falls away from it, and then as the part rises to the top, it's just you have yourself a part, and like
Yeah.
it's strange.
Who invested in this technology?
This is GM.
For what?
Well, I
Corvette.
have you asked. The brake ducts in the C8, they were made for with 3D printing. The Cadillac Batwing. There's parts on there that are 3D printed. The most interesting thing to me
So are
was
they
that
3D printing for production, or are they 3D
they're
printing to
rapid
test?
prototyping, and then they're evolving that into actual production.
Mhm.
And then they've even further moved it along to they've 3D printed over 100 proprietary hand tools used on the assembly line to build all their full-size SUVs, not UFOs, like
We're not
Bourbons
supposed to talk about
and
those.
Escalades and all those things. They were able to control the design and manufacturing process in-house, and GM reduced the tool weight from between 10 and 40 pounds down to just 3 pounds using a nylon carbon fiber composite. So think about if you were like someone on the assembly line that isn't one of the robots and you have to manually do something. See how many times you do that a day? Because, I mean, GM's cranking out like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds every day. If you have to pick up like a 25-pound thing every single day
Yeah.
and they reduce it down 3 pounds, I mean, that's huge.
You're in. Yeah,
That's
you're
huge.
Signed up.
And they can 3D print them just like whip them up, just like that.
That 3D print, especially for like when you get into the things of, I guess, this vehicle transportation, space shuttles.
Yeah.
Bring a 3D printer in materials, powder, whatever.
Yeah.
You're not bringing the actual tools.
No, you can 3D
You
print
can
whatever
print
you
it up
want.
there as needed, and then potentially if you could recycle that, you're in. You're in business.
Throw it in the sun.
So I had, yes, exactly. So I had mentioned earlier the brake ducts on the C8 Corvette, they emerged from this facility. It saved the company 9 weeks of development and 60% less price in overall R&D costs by just 3D printing them, because
Wow.
it took far less time to make. You don't have to make any molds. Making test fits it was easier to make
Yeah.
an exact thing. I mean, brake ducts, you think of them, they're rather insignificant, but if they can kind of make this grow,
I mean, you could turn that into, I don't know, intake related parts.
I mean,
they're making fucking manifolds.
Yeah.
Out of plastic now for the most part, things like that. And then obviously, if they get to the metal stuff, which again, Steph Papadette, he made it. There's a metal 3D printed one that they're actually using now, I believe.
yeah, it wasn't actually finished in time for FD.
Yeah.
But it is finished now, and now it's on the vehicle, and now they're actually using it.
Yeah.
And I think their collector as well is also 3D printed.
And yeah, I mean, then another cool thing long term, realistically, what are some of the biggest things we're worried about now from older stuff is parts no longer available. Now suddenly, if you have drawings in a 3D printer, that part's always available.
Yeah, especially like metal. You just,
Right,
like,
exactly. If you never have to worry about it.
Get involved over here.
The boys are finishing off the pizza pies that we had a little earlier.
Josh, there's some with your name on it, buddy.
I'm gonna wait till the end. If there's more of that sausage, it may not be any left. That's all right.
But anyway, I see that as a huge future for a lot of car manufacturers.
Oh, for sure.
And I think it's critical.
Yeah, I completely agree.
To have an entire facility whose job is just dedicated to
Yep, it shows they're at least taking
like
that
develop
serious.
design.
At least taking that serious versus the EV stuff.
Oh, the Hummer series.
It's seriously something.
Seriously, lame.
Oh,
I want to get into YouTubes.
Absolutely.
Let's get into some YouTubes. The Hoonigan thing.
Hoonigan.
I watched it.
Yeah.
You boys watch it?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Okay. And what we're talking about is the Hoonicorn versus Rob Dahm.
Mhm.
Rob Dahm and his FD, which is a 4-rotor powered FD that I believe is stretched
Not an FD.
length. It's not an FD.
Well, it's an FD, but not really.
Oh, yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it was at one point. They talk about things like stretching the hood, for instance.
Yeah.
Potentially a weak point. But the thing makes about 1,200 horsepower. It's all-wheel drive. So they race it against the Hoonicorn. Now,
Rob Dahm seems like a nice guy, but he annoys the shit out of me. He seems like he should be on a Crest toothpaste ad,
Yeah, he's an
and
interesting
that's
guy.
a good thing. He's a handsome motherfucker,
Yeah.
but it's just like I don't know. He always comes. I don't know.
He is an
It's
attractive
weird.
man, for sure.
Yeah, no, but it's weird. It's weird.
I equally feel he can be annoying, but I enjoy him as a person because he takes a beating on the internet.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Does
an
it really?
absolute
I honestly don't
he
know.
takes an absolute fucking pummeling on the internet
Every day.
Why?
and he.
Have you seen the guy? He looks like he should be in a Crest ad.
Okay, so just because of that,
Yeah,
solely.
people because of that because he
He's so
notoriously
friendly and nice.
Yeah, exactly that, and he just fails, and he fails miserably over and over again, and he has no problem being like, "Yeah, I fucking blew this up again."
Okay.
Like, because I didn't do this, and he takes an absolute beating on the internet because he's learning to do all this shit,
Right.
and he's
So he's exposing himself as what people generally
In
do
public.
without glossing it over.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
a lot of people don't show the whole behind the scenes.
Correct.
thing.
He's actually not afraid to say he doesn't know how to do something and then try it, and then like the hood pops off or
right.
something. You know?
He's showing the failure. Right.
Which is smart, and he's probably the nicest. He comes across as probably the nicest guy in the world to actually
like
meet.
super genuine and everything.
But God, he's so annoying sometimes, man. But with that said, that car's fucking serious.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah, that car's
low
wild.
on any safety. I can't imagine
So
possibly driving a vehicle where the fucking drive shaft you're gonna fucking skin your elbow in the drive
Did you
shaft.
see how close his elbow was?
Dude,
to
how
that?
fucking crazy is that guy?
literally within 3 inches of his elbow, if not closer.
Wasn't he in the Bachelorette or something from
He was.
Staying 1282? Was he?
Does he-
Yeah.
Oh, that's why everybody hates him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Jeez.
terrible.
You can't
Also-
be mad at the guy for being smart and good looking.
Well,
Yeah.
people hate on him because he invested in a shitload of realty,
Yep.
and that's how he makes all his money. He bought like a bunch of like strip malls.
Okay, so he was smart.
He was super smart. He bought a bunch of strip malls, and he owns a bunch of like rental like realty spaces, and just makes a shitload of money off of them.
Like I get
And just blows it all on cars. I mean, we should
Yeah.
love this guy.
So I was just gonna say, is he? What's his real a YouTuber? Is that what he is?
Yeah, he that's not really his gig, but he got into it.
Okay.
Yeah, someone's on the Bachelorette, though. I mean, come on.
And
Yeah.
the reason I say this is because I can think of a fucking 1,000 other ones that I'm just like, I have no use for them on this earth compared to this guy who seems like he's just.
I was introduced to Rob Dom via Rob Ferretti because they'd have Alpha Rob and Beta Rob, and
Yeah.
they'd always have fights of who's Alpha Rob, and they have just an ongoing internet like jovial like laughing beef with each
I
other.
mean, I
about-
love Rob Ferrari, but
yeah. Well, who's
Alpha Rob?
Yeah, one's Alpha Rob, one's Beta Rob,
Wow.
and who's got the faster car? Who's gonna race the Corvette against the RX-7? This, that, and the other thing. The overwhelming amount of joy on Rob Dom's face making that like first pass down
right.
that strip, he said that he's never actually launched a car. He's never actually really driven the car.
Yeah.
He's done some burnouts in it. He did like a launch in front of his garage, and like that was it. This is his genuine first pass.
shakedown, right? Having
Yeah.
your shakedown be a race against Unicorn.
Who cut this pizza? Jesus Christ.
I
That's
think
why every piece was so small.
I think that's actually 3 slices you got there.
No way.
no, because I did get a slice of that, and it was like this big. So,
Dude, every slice
that's
I've had
the
so far has been
opposite of it.
tiny. This is where it all went. Yeah, Rob Dom, I mean, he's got a bunch of money. He's a great looking dude, great fellow. He's a fucking maniac. Like,
Yeah.
he's
Oh, yeah, he's
trying to
absolutely-
die. All you had to do was fucking weld a little steel over the drive shaft,
Yeah.
buddy.
Give yourself a little resistance before the shrapnel hits you.
I was surprised at how much that car weighs.
Not that.
Dude,
that happened in the
FDs,
video.
I have that in my notes. FDs weigh a ton.
I
always thought FDs
Yeah.
were so light.
Yeah.
FDs weigh like 2950 from the factory.
So this car weighs more than a factory car
yeah, of course.
with nothing in it. Obviously, a bigger engine. Those engines not very large to begin with.
Yeah.
And then what was interesting, he uses the R32 GTR drivetrain, which is super interesting, but has been proven to hold a substantial amount of power from the Aussies.
Yeah.
Oi, oi. But,
Cunts. Bunch of cunts.
yeah.
Good cunts.
But shots to being flat, right?
Dude, it's just the car series. It's hilarious. He put that much work into it.
Yeah. And he's nowhere, like, he put that much work into it to get to where he's at, and he's at, like, 15% of, like, even having,
it's
like,
sorted.
what you would call, like, a finished product.
Right. So the thing, obviously, they race, right? I kind of knew what to expect. I had a feel. I was leaning towards Unicorn, but the biggest thing, and I don't think I actually said this last week. I think this was kind of after the fact that I was thinking in my mind. One of those stupid questions of I just went, wow, I wonder if that thing's getting tired, meaning the Unicorn.
Oh, boy.
So we got our answer. And my question was, I don't know, I don't follow that build enough, nor I don't even know if the information is out there. Like, how often does that thing have to be rebuilt? Has this
Now?
So I think now is a good time. But that I put it in my notes is just like, all right, are they measuring hours used? Are they or just fucking build it, have at it till it goes?
I would imagine something built on such a ragged edge, it's probably measured in hours, not...
Just because I know we've talked BMW motors in
Yeah.
particular. Matter of fact, I think Mike Burrows, the one he built for, the fuck's it, Rusty. There's things like that. They have to be logged, and especially race cars and that sort of nature.
Well,
hours have to be logged and all that. Then it's a time for a rebuild. I'm just curious if that.
The
I assume
Unicorn
that approach was taken.
isn't a real race car. It's not like it has to be functioning for a race or a league of races. So, like, they can just run it till it blows up and rebuild it. It's not
So
like
that's-
it's got to be good for the race next week.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't
and
know if
that's-
they log it. I mean, I'm sure they pay attention to it, but there's no way. If it was like a race team in a race car, they'd be like,
yeah,
oh,
they'd have to pay attention more because realistically, it did its job filming, and then now it basically was on the circuit of shows and videos that it filmed for, and then they brought it to this race. So it's getting not
so
long.
they know it's going to blow up at some point.
Yeah, it's just
And
right.
I think
right.
that was that.
Yeah, because something built on such tight tolerances, again, is like... It's not like you said, like you have to be prepared for anything
Yeah.
or, an actual series. But I think there is a timer on it.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah. to a
Right, but if
certain
you're
extent.
racing Rob Dom and it blows up, who cares?
Yeah.
Just rebuild it and run it for the
Right.
next
Well,
thing.
there's another one, another video coming out.
Is there? So I'm curious as to what.
It seems to be against like what looks to be like a drag car of some sort. I don't know what it is.
Because I think now that's like one of the only things that's going to beat it.
Calvo Viper.
No, even the thing is, the drag car's not going to beat it either, and it's because they're on just a runway. Like it's just nothing.
Well,
Like
it
a
depends
drag-
on the drag car. It depends on what car it is.
Yeah, to get something like an unprepped surface, like it's just
Right.
it's never going to
It's
hook
just
up the way it should.
wouldn't. The thing that I was kind of surprised by, they did do a rolling start at one point.
Yeah, I think that was probably for Rob Dom's safety to make sure it was going to stay together.
Yeah.
They
Good
opened with the
point.
rolling start.
Okay, that's what it was. Right. It was opened. Right.
Because he had
Right.
never launched the car before. So
Yeah.
it was like, well, we don't really want him to get maimed by
Right.
the drive shaft
Right.
coming loose.
I
So
mean,
let's
him-
see if it's going to work first.
And then at the end, like they asked him to try donuts. Just, I don't know if you've seen that. It was quick. It wasn't too long.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I think he could have done it if he committed, but
The
didn't wanna
car
go off the
moved
road.
alarmingly fast.
Right.
exactly.
Once he like let the clutch out or whatever,
Yeah.
it like just moved a space over like super fast. It was like
In the
kind of
blink an
scary.
eye.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they have to race a fast R35. The fast R35 would win,
Red one.
and it
from-
wouldn't
yeah.
even be a good race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause
an
that's
Alpha
something-
Omega R35, it wouldn't even have to be a fast one. It would just have to be like a moderately heavily modified one.
Because that's something that from a launch, all-wheel drive would take over
Would,
and would send
right.
that thing down the whether prep surface, non-prep surface doesn't matter. It would just take over and go down the road.
It would have to be like not a 2,600 horsepower, but even like a 1,500, 1,400 horsepower one would beat the Unicorn.
Right. Right.
And I think they should do it. I think they probably will.
Yeah. I hope they do a handful more. It's enjoyable to watch at the very least.
It is, and I'd love to see one of those Alpha Omega cars.
I'd like to
run it.
see the Huna truck do some.
Huna truck versus Unicorn.
Well, I mean, one's
Oh,
600
yeah.
horsepower less or whatever.
Oh, I didn't even know there's
So
that.
yeah,
giant
so
of a
I'd like to see
differential.
like the Huna truck do like
its
something.
own series.
Yeah, because all the cars they're putting up against the Huna Corn are relative in their theoretical horsepower, right? So you can kind of back it down a little bit. You can get the same thing, just do it on the Huna truck.
Right.
I'd like that in the lead up to the Dom one. They're like, it beat this. It beat the fastest RS3. I just saw all the RS3 guys in my head be like, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
Right. Just butt hurt. Instant butt hurt.
There was definitely
See CEO
butthurt
Larry
was
getting
spread.
pissed.
See you, Larry, losing his fucking mind.
Fastest dunk motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, Dom decided to cut a hole in his hood to, feed air to the turbo. That proved to be a really bad thing because that's exactly where the hood folded.
Yep.
The roof is fucked up now. He lost the rear glass.
Yep.
He lost part of the fender. The only thing holding the fender on was the car wrap. Was like literally the wrap holding that fender on. I mean, he went for broke. It's awesome
He sent it. Right.
to hear how he developed the suspension by measuring megapixels of like elite.
He's the nerdiest fucking guy ever as well.
There was like a photo
a
schematic drawing
of a CAD drawing of the unicorn.
that he like screenshot, zoomed in on, measured pixels. Based off of those pixels, he knew, okay, well, the front of this is X amount of inches, and that's X amount of pixels. So I know X pixels equals X inches. So that's how he figured out the whole suspension of the unicorn.
Wow.
Yeah, because like what he put in the FD is the same setup as the unicorn.
Holy crap.
And it was all based off of Gymkhana 7, the one in LA where he jumps the LA River
Yep.
and like slides and jumps it sideways.
Yep. With the Fiesta?
No, that was
Unicorn.
the unicorn.
Oh, that was the unicorn.
He does all Randy's donuts and the whole line.
Okay.
The articulation
Yeah.
got Rob Chubb, so
Yeah.
he went for it.
It's all porked up.
Yep. Happens to all of us, man. Articulation, man. That's what happens.
Randy's Donuts.
But I was just super excited to see Rob finally get out there and use the thing because he's been catching just ultimate heat. I mean, at some point, you're going to be like, what the fuck am I doing? Building this thing that just continues to break or fail, or you miss deadlines, or you can't make it on time.
Right. Just yeah.
And he's constantly keep his head down. Another video.
Keep pumping them
Yeah.
out, man. This shit ain't gonna pay for
I
itself.
blew up the last one. I'm gonna figure out how to tune, and I'm gonna tune this one myself and figure it out. And he had the computer riding alongside of him, sitting
Dude,
on
just
top of the
hanging
drive.
out.
It's just there.
It's like, what is going on?
I think I'm gonna turn it up.
Yeah.
All right.
You want another video?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a video. What do you got, man?
Boys, I went down a path.
Oh boy.
I sent you the link. I sent you boys the link last week or sometime, or maybe over the weekend.
Oh Jesus, how deep in a path were you?
I went down a path of IIHS safety videos,
Oh my god! Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
and it's basically demonstrations of pedestrian auto brake
Oh,
systems.
the one with the fucking Ford.
It was Ford and Hyundai.
Yeah, but the Ford with the guy
Yeah,
walking
so-
across the street.
So if you're bored, if you're out there listening, and
Oh my
you're
God.
tired of
was that using the brakes or was that using the pedestrian detection system?
that was the pedestrian detection system.
Okay, so it doesn't detect anything.
So there's
if
certain-
that's the brakes.
there's-
There's more problems than that.
Right, there's certain car manufacturers where I'm going to say that system don't work.
Yes, the Ford one was not ready for that pedestrian.
If you are interested and you're tired of the snow, go onto YouTube's and just Google IIHS pedestrian crash prevention. This particular one is ratings of 2019. I'm sure there's a handful of others.
Just look for the
because
Ford sedan. It is fucking wonderful.
It's a 6 minute and 55-second video. It basically starts with you have a car, for instance, I think the first one is a Mercedes, where it is presented with a test. And that test is the Mercedes is traveling towards a pedestrian that is hypothetically on the side of the road at 35 miles an hour, whatever. So the system has to take over and stop before it goes badly for said fake pedestrian. Mercedes handles it very well. The Audi handles it very well. I think the next car up is like a Ford Fusion.
Yeah.
It doesn't handle it.
Not so
There were
much.
no brake lights.
Not even an
that
effort.
Ford Fusion killed that doll and the whole family of dolls.
So
I mean, it hit it and still didn't stop.
there is another test. So that test is again hypothetically
That was fucking astonishing how bad that was.
if a pedestrian is on the right hand side somewhat.
I was crying laughing.
There's the one I was crying laughing at, and it's not funny when you think about it, but in this test, it's fucking hilarious. I don't know what they call the test, but it was a pedestrian child.
The walkout one.
The
yeah, that's
walkout
the one I
test.
was crying at.
Yeah,
that
the between two cars.
Right,
that
because
was fucking amazing.
because it mauled it and the doll broke in half.
the doll sustained such damage.
Broke in half. And it's so it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. But needless to say,
Keep an eye on your kids, man.
Right.
I mean, Jesus,
Watch
these
your
cars aren't
children.
doing it.
Hold their hands.
pay attention while you're driving, especially now. No distracted driving, because you don't want something like this happening for real. But IIHS exists to make us laugh and to actually test those things.
That doll got clapped out, man. Oh my god. Holy shit. That thing hit it without even thinking.
Literally, there was no
It
effort.
might still be driving.
There was,
Still going right now.
there was no effort whatsoever.
That's the whole thing. Like, it's not like it didn't even want to stop after.
Yeah, it's not like
It's
it's
like
late
you
break.
got a taste for it.
Yeah.
Right. And that taste for blood. And
Yeah,
now
it's like, fuck it, I'm going.
That's how.
Dude, it's so bad.
Again, especially when you look at it and see it compete against other cars in its segment, And those other cars handle it extremely well.
Yeah, they're
The
achieving.
Benzo is
like,
just perfect.
what-
I mean, the
or-
Audi was as well.
Again, the walkout, I'm just like, holy shit, this thing nailed it. Like, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a couple others, not so much.
Because they film it from multiple points of view, and one of them is inside the vehicle, and in the top corner you can see the rear view mirror, and there is a person in the driver's seat.
Yes, there is. In case
And
the car
you can
decides
see
to
his
go
like
full.
squint, like kind of like, oh, like
Yeah.
it's gonna happen.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, that you can go down that path of entertainment.
I want to be the guy in the driver's seat. I would have been pissing my pants laughing when that happened. I know I lose my job the first day,
Immediately.
but I would just be crying like, I'll go home. I'm leaving.
You know how our app is going to have fucks or doesn't?
Yeah.
That's your job as a driver. And nope, instant check mark. Not gonna make it.
Jack White.
Not gonna make it.
Did they really need to animate the legs? It's fucking unbelievable. They had to animate something else to save this poor kid.
Yeah. And there's another instance where I think the adult pedestrian gets ran over. And it lands in front of the car, but the car keeps moving and it hits a tank. It didn't crush it, but it's just a nudge to like let it know, as if you kick a man when he's down.
It's terrible.
Oh, but yes, that's my form of entertainment these days. So
That's quality.
any other YouTubes?
I got one. This is actually the ultimate callback. It's to a YouTube channel I talked about on the very first time I was on this show.
Oh wow.
YouTube channel called Speed Academy. There are some guys out of Canada. And the time I talked about them, they were building a S2000 with ITBs.
Yep.
And for some reason, I didn't subscribe to the channel or whatever, and they just fell out of the recommended thing for me. Recently, they popped back up because they're taking a E39 M5 that's been salvaged and totaled, and they are taking everything out, and they're taking a E39 Touring, and they're making an E39 M5 Touring car.
Sweet.
And it's popped back up. Now, when I used to watch them, they were like in one of their garages with a propane space heater, like bundled up,
Yeah.
trying to stay warm to work on the cars to film their YouTube videos. They're in this enormous garage now, like lifts everywhere, cars everywhere, like walls of tools. Like
It's going to be us, baby.
Yep.
they've come along pretty far.
Let's keep cooking that kielbasa.
They've
Keep
come along
making
pretty far.
kielbasa videos.
So it was cool, but Speed Academy, their production quality, even when they were doing it like way back the S2000 project, because it's episodic. So like they'll be like, this week we're working on the fueling, and then they finish that off, and they're very routine with it. And I think they probably film everything ahead of time, or most things ahead of time, so they're never really behind or waiting.
Yep.
Even then, the production quality was great, but even now, it's like, oh,
Just next level.
give these guys a little bit of money, and
Yeah.
now, okay,
Yeah.
now we're on to
I mean,
something.
just imagine what we could do if we had a budget with the MCV
Yeah.
Predator motor.
Yeah. But it's definitely worth checking out. The whole channel is really good. They do a lot of projects. They're all fun. And I don't think I've ever seen a project on there that wouldn't be something that I looked at and be like, well, shit, I'd want to do that.
Well,
like
shit.
S2000 ITBs. I mean, obviously, you want to hear that thing
Right.
screaming.
Yeah. Oh my
E39
God,
M5 wagon.
There was high
That's okay.
RPMs when that thing's making power.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's cool. What else we got?
I think that's great. I've seen that done, and that's just the best. That's the best fucking thing ever. That's all. I don't have any videos.
I get the most important ones. Revival YouTube videos.
Oh boy.
They are live.
Yep.
Yeah,
Watch
man,
them.
we get a couple
Support us.
vlogs up there.
Two vlogs to date. Yeah, I always said I'd never really wanted to do those and talking to the camera, but it's all right. It's not the end of the world, I guess.
You look
Like,
pretty on there.
We at least get to flex our creative muscle and shoot, slow-mo meat,
Yeah.
things like that. As long as I can continue doing that, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. I think
Unless they run out of sausages, buddy, we'll continue.
we need our little army of listeners to help us get some more subscribers out there.
Yes.
Help keep this train moving.
So if you are listening, please go to our YouTube.
Tell your mom, tell your wife.
Now, if you listen, all right, we get it. You didn't have a reason to go to YouTube because you listened versus watch us. That's cool. It's fine.
Now you get to see our ugly
But
mugs.
now there's some other
Content.
content and entertainment on there that you will obviously not get through the podcast. And we take a look the first one goes behind the scenes of the studio, kind of us here, our neighbors, Corey's car. Next one, we're working on Chuck's E30 to button up a little leaky poo issue with that. Then we eat some sausage. We don't eat the sausage on film. We just show you how to make it. So, where we're at.
Verge said to ask Josh about my clickbait idea. I am Amy.
I can't remember. I am Army. Army?
Oh, Army.
Yeah.
I thought Verge was going by Amy.
In Mother Russia, Army is me. I don't know. I can't remember, Verge.
Verge, you're the best, buddy.
Yeah, send it over.
I was in your town today, man. I was possibly in your town today. Really missed you.
We get some footage of you and a moose.
Buddy, you gotta come out of retirement and hit the hill with the boys.
Shouts Corey Burkhart.
I went to the Chinese place out there. Very tight Chinese place out there.
Name drop it. Get it out there.
I don't remember the name of it.
Put it right on the
It was somebody's boilerplate. Beautiful views of a waterfall. Beautiful.
Okay. You want to have a main
some fried
discussion
foods.
still? I mean,
How many hours we got on this bitch?
we're pushing 2 hours.
No, fuck that main discussion. Let's do the main discussion next week when someone bails on us again.
right.
And
so,
let's do some questions.
to summarize, I hate winter. There's no use for it.
I love winter. It's the best.
I think if we could keep winter in New Hampshire and Vermont so it's there when I need it, fine. Other than that, no use for it.
I love it. Winter's the best. We can talk about it later.
And that was our main topic.
Sweet. I'm happy I stepped out for that.
So I will open this thing up. I'm going to open the pit up. And we'll get to some questions real quick here. Let me go back here, bring this up. I know there's a few. Where we at? There they are. All right.
Josh, I just got a text from you that says, you'll like margarita.
Yeah, that was tough. For whatever reason, my phone didn't send 2 texts earlier. I don't know what was
It
happening.
wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all, yeah.
But in
so
fact, I do.
okay.
It was delicious.
Because that's why I got the cheese, the ches, the margariti, and the dom.
The Dom.
The dom.
The Dom.
Meats, garlic, and sweats. Pudva,
Big shout, buddy.
who is your favorite character in Cars, the Pixar film?
I've never seen it.
The tow truck guy.
Mater?
Mater.
Mater?
Yeah, Mater.
Mater?
The tow truck
Mater.
guy. I've only seen the first one. I don't really call it seeing it when you're watching it with your, I guess at the time he was like 3-year-old nephew.
Yeah.
Kind of difficult,
Or
but
like managing.
yeah.
Yeah. Just
Manager
kind
position.
of dealing with.
Yeah. It's like you and watching Frozen.
Oh, my God.
Have you ever finished it?
We've never sat and
Does
finished.
Disney
watched
just
the second
fucking
one.
make
Yeah, no.
sequels to just keep on making movies forever now?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure
Yeah.
it would be
Terrible.
Frozen 3. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're rebooting the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
it's
kids
gonna
don't
be a
watch that shit.
series.
My kids watch only Studio Ghibli movies. So that's how we keep them straight in my place.
You gotta watch some Toy Story.
See,
That quality stuff.
yeah, I mean, again, she's 3.5. She's never sat down and watched a movie entirely.
Hit her with
in its
My Neighbor
entirety.
Totoro. She'll love it.
What is it?
My Neighbor Totoro. So good.
Where's that at?
The internet, download it. You
Oh,
can get it
okay.
on Amazon and shit.
All right. We'll
Oh,
give it a
HBO Max has it.
look. Okay. We'll give it a look-see. Yeah, I don't know. I think actually at the end of that movie, there's a cool cameo with at the time it was Michael Schumacher as a car. He shows
big
up.
shout.
There's a little Italian scene. They work on some cars real quick, and it was pretty good. Edelman,
Big shout, buddy.
what's a car everyone thinks is ugly, but you low-key like it?
Oh, the new M3, M4. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
He said low key.
All right.
Yeah. Chris Harris did just put up that thing recently of the M3. That it's like the M style one or whatever. It's got every single M part bolted onto it.
Except the motor.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That terrible.
It's like
yes,
black and
He
red.
just said stop making cars
yeah,
for
no,
influencers.
it's
Yeah.
That's because that's
That
what
thing
I
was
said.
properly ugly.
He posted that thing, and that's what I said. Is just BMW, please stop
Oh,
making
dude,
cars for
there was
influencers.
a Defender review that I just read like a quick summary of, and it's just like the new Defender's just a total piece of shit.
Really?
It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks great. What is ugly that I low key like? Jesus.
I mean, as odd as it is, I obviously like M coupes, and I hate to harp on this again, but there's a lot of people who think those phallic-looking cars.
Yeah,
are,
but those people are wrong.
yeah, that's
I don't know anything that's. I don't know, man.
I can't think of anything that
I like the Jeep truck, the pickup truck things, the Gladiators.
Gladiator.
A lot of people don't like them.
that doesn't offend me.
I don't think
nearly as much
I don't
as
think
the-
they're good looking, but I like them.
Yeah.
When Lexus went to Giant Grill, I liked it.
I didn't like the giant grill.
Yeah.
Right, the one
A lot
that
of
was-
people didn't like it. Yeah.
That,
that was
the Acura Shield didn't like that either.
I see. That's a little different for me. And the Genesis Shield is terrible, real bad, real bad. But when Lexus did it, I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm kinda
The
digging it.
Lex did the hourglass
Yeah.
grills, right? Those,
can't-
yeah.
I can't think of anything.
I can't think. I'll think on it. I can't think of
Yeah.
anything that's like really ugly that I enjoy.
West
Besides
Beach
Cadillac Alante.
West Beach
Beautiful.
Willie. Revival
Beach Willie.
start a global car company. What vehicle segment do you target first? Oh boy.
Oh, EV SUVs, obviously.
Hot hatch.
I'd have to say EV SUV for the sole purpose of making money,
Yeah.
and then we go hot hatch or
Yeah.
sports car.
EV truck or SUV. We just make all our money, then we all exit the company and sell it to GM. I've seen the strategy work.
Yeah, I think the plan, works. 36 Matvia.
36 Matvia, one of the best.
What's your favorite soup/food during rainy/snowy weather?
You can't go soup/food. I mean, we're just gonna go soup.
I have a beef stew that'll be going on tomorrow at about 9 a.m. I
Wow.
plan to
You
eat
planned
sometime around 7.
Okay.
So
I like goulash, which is Polish like pork stew. It's just fucking amazing. You put it over like what do they call them here? Potato pancake
Yeah.
or a latke. Fuck, unbelievable.
sky
man.
and pancake.
You can put it over whatever you want. I
Yeah.
mean, sky and pancake will work too.
Yeah.
They chuck some sour cream on that bitch.
I'm in short of the sour cream. I don't like sour cream.
Some
Yeah,
sour-
it might do it on this. It might do it.
It
for
might?
You.
Little
Okay.
dollop. Oops, sorry.
It cools it off. Hit him with a dollop.
A little dollop of daisy.
Dollop of
A
daisy.
little dollop of daisy.
We call them plotsky in Polish. That's what the potato
Yeah.
pancake is. And goulash. It's fucking amazing. I had my bachelor party. That's what I had. Plotsky goulash.
I
on.
put sour cream on a buddy's ice cream and told him it was Cool Whip. Didn't like it. Didn't go well.
That's some ignorant shit. I like that.
Yeah,
That's pretty solid.
It's pretty rude.
It's pretty awesome.
We once
Yeah, I
put
had a little Cool Whip. I don't know if it's good. Try it out.
Yeah.
we once put
creamy.
chicken bouillon cubes in a shower head, hoping it would make our friend smell, but it didn't work out too good.
Chicken bouillon cubes is so good.
Yeah, you were probably like, wow, who smells so great? in here?"
Damn. Some chicken soup up in this
What's up, man?
bitch.
Why does it smell like chicken? I don't. Yeah, I'm a big soup. I love soup. All soup.
Soup aficionado.
Chowder, bisque, tomato.
And you know what's awesome if you're down like the coast, mid of the country, mid coast there, that she crab soup. You ever had that shit?
I've never had that.
Virginia, you can get it. She crab soup. It's fucking unbelievable. If you were out there and you had it, you know I'm right.
My mother makes a creamy chicken and wild rice soup.
That
Whoa,
sounds
that shit
delightful.
sounds wild.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
something. Yeah.
I wish I had plans. I wish I had the forethought to buy stuff to make
To go
soup
soup.
I
tomorrow.
went to the meat market yesterday. I bought
Yeah.
a shitload of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a bowl of cereal.
Have a little pizza.
Yeah, Jesus.
No, this is tomorrow.
You got a
Who
turkey in the
knows?
freezer over
We
here.
do have a turkey.
I got fucking cinnamon rolls defrosting for tomorrow morning,
Oh,
boy. That's
boy.
going.
They from Need?
You boys playing.
No, I didn't do those. I got the T. Joe's
You
ones.
should
Very
try those.
tight.
The Need ones are.
They ran out, man.
Not doing it again?
The take and bake. I don't know. They put it out this morning and ran out by like this afternoon.
Yeah, they're quick. If you can get them, you should.
No, I'm gonna. Just
fucking
watch me.
Steve. This is a good question.
Fucking
Fucking
Steve.
Shouts fucking Steve. He says, I miss the man pet. Oh, I haven't forgot about your thing either there, Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. Fucking.
Didn't forget about it.
I miss the man pedal.
You miss it.
Thoughts on buying facelifted version of your current car?
What do you mean?
No, because they made it front wheel drive. The 1 Series.
Right, yours is bad. Right. Him in particular, he has a Mark 7. So if he were to I believe his Mark 7 is DSG or whatever the trans is.
Oh, so
referred to.
he'd go stick
He'd
shift
go
new.
Mark
Stick
8
shift-
stick
Mark
shift
8.
new.
I mean, if he didn't just buy the 7, I think you'd do it.
I think he's had it for a year or two.
Yeah,
at
just
least,
fucking
yeah.
go for it. I mean,
Yeah.
I do it with my
I'd
M5, I guess, but it's just a lot of money.
I'd probably go stick shift R versus stick shift Mach 8.
It depends what you want. A lot of people say the R is not worth it because you can
I
just
guess,
you can
yeah.
just
I mean, it's
flash
true.
the Mark 8.
It's so especially new, but then the R has elements to it that obviously you can't get in a GTI. Whatever, it's debatable. at
Yeah,
the
if
very
you get
least.
the Mac Daddy GTI, it's really nice. It just doesn't have the all-wheel drive, but otherwise, same shit.
Jake_MX5, what's your favorite Christmas cookie?
Jake MX5.
There's no cookie better than a sugar cookie.
I'm not the sugar cookie
Well,
getter.
let me think here.
sugar cookie.
One might say I enjoy a cookie or two.
Yeah.
And I do like oatmeal raisin. Shouts to my wife. 'Cause
fuck
she
that
doesn't
shit.
think I like it, but I do like oatmeal
Oatmeal
raisins.
raisin, I dig a lot.
But she at one point made me these cookies when we were first dating. And they were the best cookies ever.
You trying to reignite the
probably,
fire?
That's probably why we're here now.
Wow.
It's just because of those cookies.
Thank God. I'm a chocolate chip cookie man. That sets a bar.
We made chocolate chip cookies. We didn't make them.
I make them from scratch.
I bought the roll.
Dude, your boy,
Chuck's-
I'll make them by
Yeah,
scratch all the
Chuck's
time.
from scratch chocolate chip cookies are, in fact, amazing.
It's the only thing I know how to bake. I tried to
That's a
cook
fact.
fucking brownies from a box,
Yeah.
and I fucked them up. Like, terribly. It came out as like, it was like tree bark brownies. And it was like, how did I mess it up? I can make, you just give me raw ingredients. I'll make cookies like with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
I can't fucking bake anything but cookies.
All right. Well, it's interesting. We'll have to maybe revisit that.
I'll bring some in.
yeah.
Jake _ MX5 again.
Jake
Best,
MX5.
best daily under 10 grand.
Best daily under 10 grand.
On a fit.
Honda Fit. I mean,
Yeah,
you could
Honda Fit
probably
for
find
sure.
A Corolla Hatch for under 10 now used, I think.
I wish. If I,
I don't think so.
No?
if I
Are
could
they
find one
not
under
that
10
low?
grand, I'd be driving one right now.
Okay.
I mean, get one for $150 a month.
No,
I mean,
Corolla Hatch is following the Tacoma vibe. You can buy...
may as well buy a new.
Yeah, you can buy a used one with 20,000
But
miles on it
Skyrock, yeah.
for $700 less than a brand new one.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. All right. Take that back.
But still
let's see.
Honda Fit.
Honda Fit. Stick
Only
shift.
a couple more here. We'll
You
have
could
to-
probably get a Corolla, like not a hatch. You can get a Corolla with some miles on it.
It's just not going to be as special as the Honda Fit.
No, not at all.
Corey Dewich. Again,
Corey
shouts to
Dewich.
Corey. Would you rather have a Chiron or 3,500 shit boxes?
3,500
3,500 shit boxes.
Shit box.
That's
I would-
that's 3,500 car from Japan money.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my! A Chiron?
Oh man, that's you could have
I can't even.
3,500 shit boxes.
It's just that's exactly
Seeing
It's endless.
the Chiron in person at the New York Auto Show was amazing.
Yeah,
it really
oh,
was.
it's-
It was so impressive. It was overwhelming. I have zero desire to drive it, own it, any of that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
just
same.
seeing it was beautiful. It was great.
I'd love to
I'm
drive
glad
it.
they exist and that people own them, but I'm not the
Yeah.
owner for that
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
I'd 100% love to drive it, just for the fuckery that I'm sure it would bring. Ownership level, zero.
I mean, how many fucking 2,500 horsepower Vipers can I get for that? I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
A lot, 100.
And a
at
whole
least.
fleet of those shits.
Let's
I can
see.
have a 2,500 horsepower Dodge Journey to hell for that kind of money.
Kevin 401.
Kevin 401,
Couple
big
quick
shout.
things from him. Loving the revival vlogs. Keep them coming.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you.
It's, a
Like,
passion
Like, comment,
of ours.
subscribe.
He also asks, where has young Ben been?
I ask you a question. Young Ben we're having a lockdown in Rhode Island, and we think it's probably better that he isn't here for the time being.
Yeah,
We do plan on bringing him back. We are starting to miss him. It's weird.
it is a little awkward with nobody over there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just look over
not-
there longingly.
not
If
that
we
he-
look at the camera longingly,
It's exactly
we ain't
like he's
looking at
here
you.
anyway. It's exactly like he's here.
I mean,
anyway.
he's
So it's-
contributing probably more
It's the same.
because he's not taking up the time thinking about the fucking color of the light.
Yeah.
But I do miss young Ben. I wish him the best. I haven't talked to him in so long. Yeah, I don't think he knows I have that silly K car,
Yeah.
despite being my
Yeah,
neighbor.
I don't know. He may not. But he will be back at some point, I'm sure.
It's not a lockdown. It's a pause. And it's
what's-
working.
I'm sorry, Kevin 401. Worst Christmas present you've ever received?
I had the best Christmas present I ever received was my grandma back in the day, who was like from Italy. She was probably, oh my God, 90 years old at the time. She was like trying to get me something. And she went into like Expressions, like this super like ridiculous, like urban fashion, like hookups and shit. And she came out of there with a fucking outfit that I swear to Jesus probably cost her $300. It was suede. It was corduroy. It was khaki color, and it came with like a fucking matching cab driver's hat. I looked like
Came with a hat.
yeah, I looked like fucking Slick Rick in this thing, and it was the best, worst gift I'd ever got in my life. I wish against all. I just wish it still existed in my parents' house.
Oh my God.
Dude, I'm gonna tear the place apart because my
There's gotta be a photo somewhere.
yeah, there's definitely a photo of me in
There
it.
has to be
My
a
grandma
photo.
definitely went into the store, like super Italian, like super accent,
my
like,
God.
oh, my grandson's 19 years old. I want to get him an outfit, and they're like, "Oh, I'll hook you up, lady," and like came out with
my
this.
God.
It was Rockaware, I think. It was fucking unbelievable.
I
dude.
was never fortunate enough to meet her. I have heard just nothing but the best stories.
She was incredible.
And I can only imagine, like, you opening
Dude, and you open it, and I
You
can't
have to
be like,
sell it.
what the fuck, Grandma? What the fuck am I gonna do with this? I think I put it on, and I wasn't even like I wasn't even like a douche like I am now. I was kind of a lot more fucking chilled out.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, holy shit, dude! It had like it was khaki with a fucking sheen, like a sheen, dude. And it was so like the pants were so baggy. Dude, it was, if I can find it, I'll wear it. I'll wear it every fucking day if I can
my
find
God.
it. It's the best, worst present, but she's
That's the
definitely
fun-
spent too much money.
I'm fucking crying.
The guy at the store was like, "Oh man, this dude's gonna be fucking amped on this thing," and I got it. I was just like, "What the fuck am I gonna do with this?"
His weekly commission on that.
dude, the hat was so ridiculous. Oh my god, it was astonishing. It was such a good outfit. So,
The hat got me.
dude,
Dude,
it's one of those fucking little cabbie that you
The
with the button
Kangles.
on the thing. Yeah, it was like a Kangle.
Oh my God.
Dude, it was straight out LL Cool J's closet. I think it was Rockaware.
It had to have been. I mean, what else would
It was a
be?
full-on hookup. It was incredible. It's got to be in one of the closets of my parents' house.
I don't think we're gonna top that because I can't think of anything.
Like this
like-
outfit I'm wearing now is fucking kids games compared to that. My grandma was the hardest grandma on the block.
Oh my God.
She came up hard
You
on her
know,
Mussolini.
she rolled in
and
there
she fucking came
with
out strong in
300
expressions
ones.
in Pawtucket.
301
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
wrapped up in cellophane,
Fucking didn't even bother.
like she was putting money down in a race. I think. Oh, actually, here we go. Here's kind of a funny one. J Habib 8.
J Habib 8. Big shout.
Best car company, or car model name for a stripper. Oh, best
Wow.
car company or car model name for a stripper.
Mercedes.
That's a pretty good one.
It sucks because that's true, and one of my really
It
good
really-
friends' name is Mercedes.
Well,
But you're absolutely right. It's the best one.
I used to manage a Journeys in a mall. And I hired this girl for seasonal help. Her name was Mercedes.
Yeah,
I asked her about her
Smelled
hours,
like baby power.
hours of
sparkles.
availability.
yeah.
She said she could work till close, no problem. So one night, working till close, she's like, "Oh, I'm heading to my other job." I didn't think anything of it. It's like I gotta get changed
Despite
before I
all
head
the
to my other job.
evidence.
And I was like, "What are you doing? Like, what is going on here?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I work at was it
Foxy?
Zebra? Is it
Zebra? Pleasures?
no, it's the one near your old party spot.
Cheetahs,
Cheetahs,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you, Cheetahs."
because you can see the fucking sign from the highway.
And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh my god, it just matches Mercedes stripper."
We're like, what
The
time?
whole
Hey, what
thing.
time you hitting stage A though? I'm gonna be down there.
The whole thing. The whole thing. Oh my god. Yeah, Mercedes or Porsche. Honestly.
Porsche, Mercedes, yeah. I think you gotta do some new shit. You get a Daewoo in the ranks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hit me with a
Hyundai,
Chrysler.
No, coming to the
Stinger.
stage, Daihatsu.
Daihatsu Stinger.
Yeah,
What? There's not many. Stellantis
Stellantis is a different kind of
might
act.
be different.
But I would, yeah, I mean Mercedes,
Escort.
Porsche.
Escort, Pagani, Wyra,
Yeah, I mean you can come with some real good stuff.
Predator,
IS 300.
Transit,
Yeah.
F-350.
Yeah.
I think that's going to do it for us. We're going to go outside and
Yeah, there's some dusting.
see what
Is
the
it dusting?
okay, just the dusting. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Let's
we're
put
gonna
eyes
see.
on it. Let's
Yeah.
put eyes on
we'll
it.
put eyes on that. Maybe have a slice of pizza.
Get a little vlog going.
We'll be back next week. Thank you very much for listening. As always, truly thank you, everybody. Yeah, I think we'll be back normal schedule next week, right? Because
Yeah.
Christmas is until Friday. Christmas
Yeah,
Eve
we'll
will be
go next
Thursday,
week,
so
for
yeah, I
sure.
think we're covered.
Yeah,
so,
one's just good.
yeah, we'll see you all then.
Thanks for listening.
Stay safe, stay warm, get your soup on.
Get that soup on.
Ham.
See you at the hill.
Ham soup.
When F350 gets on the stage, it's time to go home. Thank you, Garrett. Shout to everybody. Shout to Ben.
Big girls in the back, raise up.